That's the advantage to coffee liquor.
Alright, so welcome back to Red and Slim Game in Mokhul Empire. Alright, catch up. Last week, Rebellion. This week, Ship. From point A to point B is Rebellion to Ship, but on the way, we did meet some new friends. We did indeed meet Xerxil, a small 3 to 4 foot lizard folk who has a familiar, a ghost, or it's called Spooky? What was his name?
Spooks.
Spooks?
He's just called Spook.
Just called Spook, that was it. And you were not welcome, but you just tagged along as the guys headed to their ship. And on your way, you guys narrowly missed a water ream as you sailed around Hunter's Island. Met up with Captain Amon. Makrar gave him the lowdown of what was occurring. And that is when Captain Amon said that he would, well, not help, but at the same time not give you a bad name. But he was going to continue to do investigations into the Black Dragon as well. You guys left, leaving the city behind, and headed out to open sea, where a lot of discussion happened about what was going to happen next, and you decided you were going to head to Wetway Waters to do Chester's job, to find the sunken Netherese city. On the way,
Another Webway.
Grildar executed Mubarak, Grave Warden, a noble son of Hassan, and the rest of you decided to go to bed after this. After Vivian told the beginning part of her story to Chester, how she had inherited the Void seed inside of her, and Gwendef and George got very drunk, and then when you guys woke up in the morning, you found a member of your crew stabbed straight through the heart in the cargo hold.
You're too late.
And that's where we begin today. All of you had rushed down to the cargo hold to find him laid out on the steps. A nice clean kill, more of a short sword, straight through his chest, pinning him to the splinters. Yes, Gwendef, go ahead.
How do we know he wasn't here before we got on the boat?
Because he is a member of the crew that bears some wounds from the fight.
Okay. I'm stumped.
Well, I don't know what you say. You're all staring at him, and all the crew are kind of mingling around, going, hands over their mouth, staring down. And that's when Nathaniel comes wandering through. He goes, "Ah, there is my sword." And then just goes to grab it out of the guy.
Oh, you're all failing to see what is blatantly in front of you. It was this man.
Chester, are you saying that I killed this man?
Caught sword-handed in front of these fine witnesses.
He looks around, and then you hear one of the crew members walk forward, one of the brutes, and he goes, "Well, last night, he was indeed looking for his sword before bed. He did not have it. And in fact, I sleep next to him, Chester. I'm a light sleeper. I would have heard him move."
Exonerated, but for now, good man.
What is your problem, Chester? We could be friends. There is a dead man here. We shouldn't be fighting.
The way I see it is this. I'll turn around and face the crew. One among us has been improperly slain. And it is our job to get to the bottom of it. Chester looks way too excited for his own good.
Can all the stupid and flamboyant crew members shut up for a second?
Of course, Gwendef, because I am the better man.
No, I meant you as well.
Yes, that's what I meant. I will shut up.
Yeah, but you're saying words right now.
Ah, that's true. Very true, Gwendef.
Are we good? Okay. Who here actually knows this man more than on a we met a week ago basis?
Darioso steps forward.
But how do you know the crew member?
I've met him before. I spent a lot of time in that Bastet's Blade, and he was there. A few drinking.
It is the best. It is the best place in town.
Yeah. His name's, I think it begins with J, Jack, and the other one goes Jones. And he goes Jones, and then the brute steps forward and says, "Yeah, he was a good rigger."
Right, we all accounted for on the ship.
Yeah, and in the background, in the cargo hold, the Inquisitor that you guys had caught as hostage is just on her knees with her rope, hands tied behind her back. Whoops, sorry about that. That would be Windows. But yes, yeah, hands tied behind her back. My Windows just made a really loud beeping noise.
I'll go
I just-
check and make sure she's still fully secure. Nothing's been tampered with.
She seems to be fully secure. The ropes are quite tight. You check her. No way she could have got off. She's got no weapons, no nothing. And she just looks up and then goes...
Shut up. Right. If we're all accounted for, then it's not been a stabbing, jump off the ship apparently. Right. So check the hull for stowaways. Just make sure we've not got someone hiding around.
Make an investigation check, sir.
I'm giving orders here.
Oh, someone else can.
I'm no good at looking people out. I might be able to sniff them out. So
I am also in the giving people orders camp, so...
I'll go have a look. Basically, if you want to give me a hand, I need to know who's what and what was his relation to the other crew. Can you talk me through it while we walk?
Who is this to?
To Wavekeeper.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, I've only met him once or twice.
Yeah, I need to know about the crew as well, not just about him.
Right, so as you're walking, he says, well, I hired the crew from Bastet's Blade. Right, we went there for that drunken night of revelry. I'm not too familiar with the crew, if I'm going to be honest.
Make it your job from now on to know them.
Well, of course, but normally this is a kind of thing I get to do over the weeks of travel.
Yep, sorry, no can do.
What do you mean, Grildar?
We need to make sure this is the only time this happens.
Well, he turns around and he says, does anybody of you, my fine crew, and everyone just stares up at George, have anything against Jonesy boy here? Do any of you, perchance, need coin from him in a debt kind of sense? There's like kind of some shaking heads.
Well, they wouldn't admit to it.
Yeah. That
Did
is
any of you just lie?
They'll shake their heads. No.
This isn't a fight that's gone wrong. It's too precise. He's killed him in one go here. Like, I will check over the body. There's no obvious wound. There's no sign of a struggle, really. Is there?
All right. So, Grildar, you don't find like any like clues or anything like that. And if you want to investigate the body, that'll be a second check. But you look around the entire cargo hold. He was killed here on this step. Even though crew shouldn't be down here.
So there's no one hiding on the ship.
And he was attacked from the front. That's as far as you can tell.
Wait, if he was killed down there, we keep the cat girl locked up down here.
He wasn't the cat girl. Just checked if she comes got out of that.
Let's just fucking ask her who did it.
She ain't gonna tell us. Do we actually keep her next to where this happened?
Yeah, well, just in the darkness corner. Yeah, like with some of the supplies. She's tied back. She can't move.
Do you want to tell us who? I'll go and pick her head up with a thing. Do you want to tell us who do it? Might be freedom in it.
Freedom. A smile crosses her face. She flicks her hair out of her eyes and says, I want to be part of the crew.
But then you're just gonna stab more people.
I didn't stab no one.
No, I meant, how do we know if we free you and make you part of the crew, there's not gonna be more stabbings later?
Why do you want to? Why do you want to be part of the crew?
Well, she shrugs and says, it's better than being a prisoner, isn't it? I can be helpful. I'm a fighter. I'm a spy.
Keep going. Any other particular reason? We're in open rebellion against the God King. I imagine being a prisoner is better than being in open rebellion, unless you've got a reason to be.
She shrugs. I became an inquisitor because my parents wanted me to.
Does anyone know if she's telling the truth?
I think she lies. We stab first.
You shut up, you little rodent.
What?
Rodent.
It's actually not rodent.
She says, you know what, rodent? I remember your land.
You're trying to join the crew. Let's not antagonize.
How wide a space is it here?
It's about 25 foot wide and it goes on for about 80
If you fireball another one of our boats.
You're in the water after it.
No, but I will just summon the spook, and the spook will attempt to kill her.
Alright, so yeah, this ghost rises up. She tries to struggle. She goes, I'll tell you who did it! I'll tell you who did it!
Oi!
It just happens unless something stops it.
Yeah.
You creepy little.
Roll an attack. She's restrained, so you get advantage.
Lovely.
Can I interpose myself?
Grildar, you did get the sense that she was telling the truth at
Okay.
this, yeah. Even to get away, basically. Alright, so...
Can I try and interpose myself somehow? Take the blow? Is that not a thing?
Ooh, make an acrobatics check higher than his attack roll.
Ah, dumpstered. That was a fucking shit roll, Iris. I've got fucking +5 to acrobatics. God fucking damn it.
Okay, so yeah, you try to dive in the way, and then you just see in the background Matt Kroll do that classic like comedy dive and just smash through a load of crates and just miss entirely. And then the ghost just goes tss, tss, and she kind of struggles, and then just looks up at you as like the necrotic energy seems to spread across her face. Parts of her flesh begin to slough off and slop to the ground.
Zixel, stop you little shit.
Chester's like, "Go on, spook, get her, old chap."
Can we stop killing all the prisoners?
She mocks Zaxil's home. All Zaxil's people. She deserves it.
Yeah, I know, I get that.
Don't
But
deny
I would still like to know who killed the crew member.
Did you say Chester was cheering him on?
Not sure.
Apparently.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
sorry,
go.
I meant Nathaniel.
I was like, this is great.
Who'd have thought the character I made so similar, I'd be getting their names mixed up.
Alright, so yeah, he's like, get her, old chap.
Yeah. If Chester's doing the same, then I'll just stare back and watch it happen.
Is Chester supporting the ghost here?
No, I'm currently writing in my novel.
Oh, I thought you said you was.
Chester, tell him.
What? Sorry. Oh,
Ghost,
yes.
get off.
Right, you are. Off with the ghost. As long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be in a detective story.
Maybe.
No. Winning games. Now was my time, it appears. It was now the moment. The best time was on its way. Was I crazy?
First you find... No, sorry.
Right.
Can we put her flesh back on? Anyone has a way to put her flesh back on?
Frank steps forward and goes, yeah, he kind of tucks his hood so no one can see his face and says, I have a way to, heal flesh, I just have to touch her a little bit.
It's alright,
Oh, that-
Frank. You'll grow back. She'll be alright.
It won't, her jawbone is showing.
You do that, Frank.
Okay.
You know, you have a big career in front of you. You're a go-getter.
Thank you, Gwyneth. How nice of you to say. And then she
I can
leans-
really see you kill a dragon.
No. Dragon? He goes, no.
We'll get to that.
And he kneels down and casts cure.
Welcome to it.
Yeah, casts cure wounds on her, and you see the flesh kind of knit together, grow back. She nods at him and says, "Thank you,
What's your name?
Frank." Oh, you mean her? Sorry.
It's alright, Frank. I know your name, mate. It's alright.
Frank steps
Thank you.
aside, and
What does the Inquisitor say?
the Inquisitor says, "Elena."
Why have you all got such hard to pronounce names in this?
Oh, it could be that it might be an Egyptian/Greek themed campaign, Curtis. For fuck's sake.
I was speaking in character, Liam. Stop ruining my roleplay, mate.
We swear by the way.
Ellie. Go on, sorry, go on. I thought you were saying.
We swear by the way that this is not some fucked up torture tactic. There's no good cop, bad cop here. We're just bad at this.
Yeah,
She
I
says,
yeah.
Look, last night somebody came down here and I thought nothing of it, you know. They came down during the day to carry stuff down. Then this person came down hooded, tall, and then your dead man walked down the stairs seconds later and he leapt forward inhumanly fast, whoever it was, and stabbed him clean in the chest. Your man had no chance.
For fuck's sake, we've got a vampire in the midst.
Oh, no, that makes it easy. I put on my primeval awareness to see if I sense any undead.
No, no undead.
Nope, no vampire.
Wait, how far does the undead presence go?
6 miles.
Okay, somewhere to 4 miles in the direction you're travelling, there is a sense of undead.
Oh no, wait, it's 1 mile. because we're not my favorite terrain.
Pretend I never said anything.
I haven't heard anything.
No one dead where you going. Don't worry about it.
I'll just drink more of this and forget.
Yep.
Right, Ellie.
Ellie?
Promise not to make fun of the little man's home anymore. Does sound pretty shitty what he did.
I didn't think he would get so angry and hit me with that. And points
You
towards the
did
ghost.
kind
You
of.
didn't think he'd get angry when you insulted all of his family being
Hey,
murdered?
I was brought up in the Inquisition. We insult each other all the time.
By saying that all your family is dead.
I did
Yeah.
that. I meant
My
that.
family is dead. I'm offended.
Sucks to be you. See, I can't help it. I'm really sorry.
I don't know, that one was actually pretty funny.
Okay, so I think I don't mind you joining the crew. I just don't think we should, untie you right now, because then you could start killing people, and we would think the other person did it, or the other way around.
Don't
so
give
we'll
me a
untie
weapon.
you.
Yeah,
Wait.
no, let's untie for now. George, can you keep close eye on her? You need build up trust to begin with.
Yeah, of course.
Why don't we take off our hands?
She's not going to be
Yeah.
that through then, is she? They don't grow back like yours.
Right, his claws grow back.
These are little
Maybe.
lizards, of course they do.
They've not come off.
I'm
No
kind of
hands,
curious.
no
now.
weapons.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah,
not
but-
going to be very good on the crew, is she?
She's not good for crew anyway.
She might be. So this is how we kill the God King, mate. We need to make friends. Like, you've made friends with us.
Wait,
we need
you
to
plan
make-
to kill the God King?
No,
Yes,
actually, we plan to kill Lady
Greenridge.
Rainrich first.
Oh, why?
Yeah, that woman I hate
Do
so
we?
ever much.
She's a dragon.
I know.
Wait, how do you know?
It's very well documented.
Where?
In the House of Secrets. And
Does
answers.
everyone? Who knows? I told everyone and no one wanted to believe me.
Most of the central government know. The noble houses know.
Well, if I had known this earlier, I would have been far happier about this whole rebellion nonsense.
She shrugs and says, Greenwich
yeah,
has
we're-
been part of the Mokhul Empire for 9 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
10.
we're an open rebellion against the Mokhul Empire. Like, either he kills us or we kill him. But like I say, baby steps. Just keep a close eye on her for now. Right, are we going to find out who's murdered this gentleman then? Any ideas? It's not really my forte.
Let me check some of the NPCs. See if they know anything.
Well, I am not good at tracking, so...
Grilda, I imagine you're quite good in this investigation work. Surely did some of this in your guardian duties.
Oh shit. Okay, so Frank steps forward, holds his hand up.
That's Frank.
I don't need to touch anyone when I do this, but I have a spell called Zone of Truth.
Oh, we'll just interrogate the whole crew.
No, this is gonna be... Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I don't have it prepared.
So tomorrow then. Let's just Sussex first then.
We'll put that in as a backup plan.
Okay, thank you, Gwendeth.
And I'll pull Wave Cleaver aside and Makra.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that was possibly the dumbest thing he could have done, speaking up like that.
Yeah, he's not particularly brave.
He's not going to make it to the morning, I'm guessing, so we need to make sure to put extra guard on him, so one of us needs to stay awake next to him the whole night.
Yeah.
Can you arrange it? Yeah, I'll take shifts with you if need be, but can you set it up?
What, sorry?
Can you set it up to make sure there's a guard rotation for him? Only people we trust.
Yeah, we'll do that. Between the 4 or 5 of us, I guess we'll be able to sort it out.
Best not put Xerxo in there. He might say something offensive and get him killed.
Oh yeah, there's that as well. Let's say 4 for now then. God, that shadow's so fucking creepy. Right, yeah, where were we? Right, so any ideas? Graildor? Are we going to find out who's done there?
Well, I suggest crew be isolated into small groups for now.
I guess we could need to make sure everyone's got an alibi. That'd be one way of doing it.
Yes, and for tonight, get people split into groups of 4 at the most.
Keep an eye on each other. That's a good idea for the night at least. Anyway, sweet. Right, so let's.
Frank kind of walks up and just follows you. By the way, Macro. He's like,
yeah, you stick with me, mate.
I
Is
feel-
there anything?
he kind of. You see that he hasn't got his disguise up, and you can see inside his hood. You can see all the tentacles moving individually as he speaks. He goes, "I think I made a mistake, Macro, sir.
Right, that was.
I mentioned in front of the entire crew that I could
Yeah,
extract the truth out of them."
that's what we were just discussing. You're gonna have to stick by one of us for the foreseeable future, so you don't get assassinated. Yeah.
Yeah, at that moment, though, Nathaniel walks forward and goes, I'll protect you, sir. I am a knight of the highest order.
And what order's that?
The Nation Conquistadors.
Also known as the Anus Conquistadors.
Wow, that's a perfect joke, Chester, and I admire your effort.
And I'll just
Yeah, I
point to
think-
Macra that they need to be separated, like, immediately. Not Chester, but, like, there's no way we're trusting Frank to, like, Nathaniel.
Fine. A man of means.
I think Nathaniel's pretty harmless, but yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what he wants us to think, probably.
Exactly.
I love that Arne's just absolutely paranoid now, like, trust nobody. You know what I've actually done? I've just whispered to different players, one of us is the killer. No, I'm joking.
You are the assassin.
Yeah, so Frank just follows you around continuously with his hood up, and you see that most of the crew are giving him the eyes. You know, he's been the healer and like a bit of a doctor for them, but now that they know that he can just make them tell the truth, you can see they're a bit wary of him.
Right, George, we need to go crew to crew, see if they've got an alibi for last night.
Right, which one do you want to call in first?
We're going to have to go through all of them, so take your pick.
Okay, so at that moment, as you guys walk up onto deck, the morning sunshine is blazing, cloudless sky, and then from the crow's nest, you hear one of the pirates go, "I don't know what's going on down there," and he looks over and he goes, "But we got something coming up ahead." And he goes, "Get your spy glasses out." And you see George has one already. Ah.
George?
He hands it to you. You can make a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The blindest of all the rangers.
13.
13. Okay, so what you can see is the water is discoloured somewhat a mile off, and you see it's foaming slightly.
Oh, that's the undead. Yeah, I got it.
George, what's that?
I don't know. All I know is it's been some time, but the past couple of years, the elements have been acting up somewhat, and the sea is no different. It's a random occurrence of magic or somewhat. Like, you remember there's been sporadic fires? Well, something's happened to the water, or the water spirits, and occasionally random things happen at sea. And as you guys are getting closer, you see that it looks like it's red for about maybe 50-foot radius, and then splotchy, and you can see what look like sharks jumping out and in and out, maybe a score of them, 2 score, but you notice that as you get closer, all of you, like, especially Grildar first is the one to notice, and George with his spyglass, the sharks are all undead with bits of bones protruding out of their sides, and they've obviously killed something massive because of the amount of blood that's kind of leaked to the surface and is spreading. And you see that George is already ordering to do kind of a go around type maneuver.
Aye, good idea. But why do I feel like we need a ship's cleric? Fucking undead.
Frank goes, "I am one."
Oh, I guess the healing, yeah. You're going to become really useful then, Frank. What cleric are you of? Who's your god?
Neptune.
I guess that makes sense, with the... Alright, okay.
Well, what do you mean with the what? With my beard?
The beard, yeah. The beard.
Yeah, do you know I tried planting it once, but it's too slimy.
Ah.
Yeah, and I find it difficult because people think I'm an illithid.
Yeah, I guess you do kind of. Yeah, similar.
I don't-
Right, go on, we're getting Star Trek. George, where are we on alibis? Anybody a bit suspicious yet? Anyone unaccounted for?
Like, are we done with the undead sharks already?
Yeah, you sail by them on the port side. You just see them all. They're eating something from beneath the surface. And she wanted
That's
to do
super
anything.
messed up.
Yes, it is. It does look messed up.
Prentice is just busy with that and has completely forgotten about the murder mystery.
Yeah, Vivian is right next to you, and she's like, "Whoa,
Yeah, right? Wow.
what is happening down there?" And you see there is the corpse of something massive, but you can't quite tell what it is. You can make a nature check if you want to try to determine it.
Oh, nature. That isn't a
Oh,
bit
yeah,
I am
okay.
actually good at. I have a +4.
Oh, fuck. Oh, she's rolled well as well.
All right, so it is the corpse of a dragon turtle.
Oh,
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Oh my god, they're dragon hunting undead sharks. Well, half dragon hunters. It's like half a dragon.
You can
really.
see, like it's been the way it's been turned upside down, and they're like diving down and biting at the soft, supple flesh of its bottom.
George, are
Isn't that
dragon
really what-
turtle parts worth anything?
I was just about to say, is that worth dragging onto the ship?
It's twice the size of the ship.
Well, no, we obviously harvest like individual parts.
He goes, "Yeah, I mean, we're going quite fast. We'd have to come back for it, and it looks." And he sniffs. And he goes, "It smells rotten. I'm going to be honest." You can see
not rotten.
intestines dangling out and floating around.
Okay, we'll keep that for the next undead sharks killing dragon turtles in mind.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, I've interviewed 8 of the crew members. I don't believe it's them. Honestly, they've all got alibis. Some of them were playing cards. Some of them were throwing the knuckle bones. And they all got alibis. In fact, it seems that they all seem to corroborate. Nobody went down there last night.
So all the crew, everyone's got an alibi.
Well, I've only done 8 out of the 32, but
Right, okay, I'll do this 8 over here then.
Right.
We'll split, so we'll speed this process up.
yeah, yes, go on, Macro. Right, so you interview them. Do you want to roll an insight check?
Not really, but I can.
Vivian steps beside you and gives you advantage as she just stares at them with an intimidating
Stares
stare.
at him intently.
Yeah. As far as you're concerned, every member is innocent there.
Well, but yeah, there's roles, and then there's actually just matching up, see if their alibis make sense or anything. So do any of them, the alibis don't, like, has everyone got someone to account for?
Well, weirdly enough, the only one that says that he, like, no one really knows what he did is like One-Eyed David, the one that sleeps next to Chester's new room.
Yeah.
But Chester would be the only way to get an alibi out of that one.
Right, okay. And he's
Are we
definitely
going
pulling
to attempt
Chester.
that?
So.
Sorry?
We're gonna attempt asking Chester what that man did.
Right, so out of the 8 there, then they've all got alibis then at least.
Yep.
Just gotta keep going for the rest of the crew then until we're done.
No, well, the rest of the crew were the ones on board during the night with Darioso, so...
Yeah,
the
they're
one
on a
running
march.
the ship. So there was no way that any of them could have got down to the cargo hold unless they snuck past like 24 sleeping crew members without being
And 2
seen.
do it.
Yeah, and Darioso goes, it wasn't fucking me, I was up here captaining the ship. While Gwendef and goddamn George were giggling below me. Like goddamn school mages.
Did not.
You shut up. You two are so in love. I mean,
You're so in love.
your love only lasted about 20 minutes, and George goes, "Oi, oi, oi, it was the lemon liquor. It's strong."
It is really strong.
Yeah, we'll pass it straight out. None of that. None of that. And
We'll
Darioso
try to
just-
hold back so no more people get murdered.
Darioso's just chuckling heartily while holding his belly, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm only joking." Anyway, can I go back to bed?
Yeah.
Great. I've had 1 hour's sleep.
I'm at the end of my investigative wick, to be honest, gents. Any ideas?
No.
Well,
Perhaps it's time to let me, the investigator, take the lead.
I mean, might as well have Chester try.
Alright, so Chester, what are you doing?
I'm already setting up a desk.
Yeah, okay. So on the main deck, you set up a desk, and you've got the crew to help you kind of like nail it down so it doesn't go sliding whenever the ship turns and tosses.
Arranged some parchments. I'm wearing a deerstalker. I'll conduct the interviews here. I will reach into the man's souls and tear it out piece by piece with a tug of a thread.
Everyone has an alibi, so how's that going to help?
All right. So how are you gonna go about interviewing them?
Before we do this, Zerxel, did you do it?
No, not God King men.
Okay, you're like the resident murdering lizard, so I thought I might as well just ask once.
Zerxel sleep on deck. Many people say.
Also, he doesn't seem like the type to hide it if he killed someone.
And murder someone in the chest with a sword. Doesn't seem like he does much of the murdering himself.
You would still understand what I would ask, right?
I know what you mean.
Zerxel not mind.
I thought you might not. Okay, Chester, all to you.
Excellent. Line up. If you wish to bring a book to sign, I shall do that free of charge, of course.
I've watched it incredibly intently, so don't
the
know
crew does line up. The crew does line up.
Does any of them have books?
By the way, including Frank and Nathaniel. And no, weirdly enough, Nathaniel does have a book under his arm.
Amazing. I mean, he's going to take it very seriously. He's going to ask. Well, he's going to do 3 things: 2 questions and an action. First question is going to be, where were you when the insidious murder took place? The second question is going to be along the lines
we just asked that question to all of them. Yeah.
But I know, but I'm gonna apply some delightful little incentives for them. Hang on.
Okay, what's gonna happen here?
Yeah,
and
just
I'm
leave
also-
Chester to it. Let's see what happens.
What was your relationship with the deceased? You see, for I fear that if we do not solve this within the next nary a twin hour, we shall all succumb to the curse of the ship itself. For you see, when this ship was bought, it was wrought into its very wood that there was an evil and dark curse that befell it. Anyone who should nary a murder will become dead themselves within not 3 nautical hours.
Alright, so
They'll actually stay Ellens. Try to come up with a nautical hours or a thing.
can you make a performance check? And if you fail, the ship's morale's going to go down by 1.
Did you just tell our entire crew the ship is cursed?
Yeah, good, they deserve it.
Not all of them. One of them does.
Oh, and the third thing is they signed a waiver so they could all be in my next book.
Okay.
Ship Curses and Detective Chester.
Ship curses and Detective Chester. Oh shit! Okay, so what happens as you begin to perform? People are coming forward, listening to your stories, attempting to get. You can see that Adrian is just
Roll so well.
He keeps getting away with it.
So you guys.
Alright, so yeah, and in the end, you see that there is a crew member standing back by the balustrade, like kind of watching in, and then he's one of the more pistoleros, the more agile types. But then you see Nathaniel comes forward and goes, "Aha, Chester, fantastic performance, a nice story. Can you sign my book?"
Excellent. Yes, for you, of course.
And he places it down, then he opens it, and the book's called Nathaniel and Chester, Story of the Deceiver.
What is this tripe?
He points and he goes, "Oh, it's not written yet, but it is going to be the true story of Chester Decker, of course."
I'm gonna lean in close.
Yeah, and he leans in close.
Listen here, mate.
Yeah, you
I
listen.
don't care what kind of fucking messed up ink courses through your eyeballs. If you fuck with me, I'm gonna throw you over this board. I'm gonna throw you right over into that drink, you hear me?
He bites his lower lip and goes, "I can't wait." And then steps back and goes, "Anyway, you're next, sir," and just takes his book and then lets the next guy in on it.
Chester, he's writing a book about you. Like, surely you're thrilled.
Yes, delighted.
I don't think anybody else other than you'd want to do that, mate.
Is Backwell stood next to me?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
he's like a bodyguard. Yeah.
I'm going to as he
Good watching your detective investigation. It's a
As he-
idea how you can do anything.
as he's mugging me off in a very rare sort of turn of insight, I'm just going to like shift my eyes over to where that guy's hanging back. Just going to like give him like a really over unsubtle like nod.
He gives you a nod too.
I was doing it to Macra, but
Oh.
Right, okay.
Ixnay over there, Snay.
Have you so I'll go up into the shifty-looking guy. I'm like, have you had a word with Chester yet?
Me? No, I will do soon though. I'm just waiting for the crew to kind of disappear.
Alright, no, come on. Front of
Okay,
the
he
queue.
steps forward and he looks a bit shifty as he looks around, scratches his arm where you see there's a bit of a rash, and he just scratches back the neck and goes, leans in. I did see something peculiar last night, Chester.
Excellent, excellent. Do divulge. Spill it.
And he goes, may I borrow a piece of parchment?
Yes. And I'll slide it over the desk and
Okay. So this
pretend to
guy,
sip the Magnum tea.
this guy seems to actually know how to write. He's literate, compared to the rest. And he begins scribbling something and then passes it back to you, Chester.
I'll read it daintily.
And I will whisper you something quickly.
Don't
You
let him
read it
do it himself.
I'll try to lean over
Yes,
and
and
read it
I
as
will
well.
whisper something to you. Sorry.
I'll try to lean over and read it as well if I can. If not, no worries.
Stealthy giant bugbear.
Oh, everyone's lagging out so bad.
Yes, so essentially that, just that.
Can I lean over his shoulder and read it as well?
Yep.
I'll whisper it to you anyway. He says, if I can actually remember how to... oh yeah, I can.
/W, then...
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes, no, I don't know anything, of course, and wouldn't grass on the crew even if I wanted to, you know?
You,
Just-
my good man, are a trustworthy seaman. Go about your business.
He goes, I don't believe... Yeah, thank you. And he just steps off, disappears. Gets back to work, basically. And George goes, yo, you find anything? From the wheel.
No, not yet.
Did you see my note?
I'll lean over to Chester. I'm like, interview a few more of them.
I like that. I shall.
Alright, so you interview a few more. You don't get much out of them other than... everyone was asleep and no one really heard it, you know. The body was found in the morning. Whoever did it was super silent, super quick, super skilled.
Super what?
Super silent, super skilled.
Super skilled, right, okay. My internet keeps fucking cutting off. I'm missing like the last word of everyone's sentence.
Okay,
How the fuck do we do with our information?
That's what I was thinking. I'm just going to send you it verbatim. It said that.
Yeah, probably can.
But that's what I was thinking as well. I was just a bit like,
How does that help us?
Exactly,
I've
it's like-
I love it. Is this proper like a proper? I can't say anything. I just
perhaps we should
I'm having tons of fun here watching you guys.
perhaps we should call a council of our most trusted. Me included,
Yeah,
of course.
let's consolidate the group. I'll shout everyone over. I guess including Xerxel as well. Don't know why that his decision is, but...
Xerxil is probably one constant. We know he will hunt them down like dogs.
We're in a room to ourselves. I guess we'll go to the ship's quarters. We'll bring George with us as well.
Yeah, well, the captain's quarters, and you can see that there is like 2 hammocks in there, and that's about it. And a table.
And the floor is still wet because someone did just clean up puke.
Yeah.
Nice. We've seen like we've got an anonymous note from one of the crew. They've mentioned that Nathaniel can cast magic. I think. But he seems particularly shifty about information. I don't think he saw anything past that, but I thought him being able to cast magic would be pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, he's the same kind of fruit as Chester, isn't he? So,
Well, this would be apparent. Of course, bards, naturally, should be associated with magic, but this young gentleman of the crew seems to think it's of note.
so is he stupid enough to kill them with his own sword, and then just show up the next day and go, "Oh, look, it's my sword."
Well, he did
There is
say that
yeah.
he was missing his sword yesterday.
In the Bard's College, we call this move the Porker's Fall.
You went to college?
All of us.
It's a different kind of college. We'll talk about that another time.
Omega Pi, bro.
The thing I'm wondering about is whether he's not trying to intentionally lead us astray. I do not believe he's as stupid as he seems, or as cowardly.
Oh, definitely not, but like I said, I still don't think it was him to kill him with his own sword.
Perhaps it is also time I shared some troubling information. It might come as a shock to you that me and Nathaniel have been secretly butting heads since Mokhul.
Oh, yeah.
This
Wait. Secretly?
Well, you know, I'm quite good at hiding my subterfuge. Anyway, that's nearly the point. Back then, when I got right under his skin, last night it must have been, he seemed to get angry, and his eyes turned black as pitch.
How much of this is he making up? I can't even tell when he's lying or not. You're not helping. Stop
You
it.
can cast. You can. Sorry, you can roll insight. I'm just going to roll deception. It's just like
I'm not gonna
plus 100.
Just
Yeah, that's
if you're bullshitting here, and we do, imprison Nathaniel, and then another murder happens, then that one is on you.
I'm not saying we should imprison him. I'm saying it warrants further investigation. Have I not proven myself stout of heart and true of bone?
I'm not saying that. We just think you've got a fucking bone to pick with him. I think you want to put your bone inside of him, to be honest. But there we are.
I was literally about to make the joke at Nathaniel's expense. You beat me to it.
Oh, if you do want to write a book about that one, Chester, I would actually read it.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Meanwhile, can we organize to get all the weapons from the crew stored in one location and have this guarded as well?
Logical.
I don't think that'd matter. They didn't use their own weapon anyway. They used Nathaniel's. Surely they just
I was
acquire
going to
one
say
anyway.
all the weapons.
If they're moving supernaturally fast as well, would they necessarily need a weapon? Don't know. Yeah, I guess we could. What else can we do to try to figure out who it is? What other tools do we have?
I mean, since I can just spam primeval awareness, I just wanted to. Oh no, I have to use ranger slots. Fuck me, I forgot that. I'm not spamming primeval awareness. I take it back. I was gonna check for aberrations and stuff as well, but if it's got spell slots, no.
So whatever Gwendeth was just saying then, we can't do that apparently. Right, what else is that we can do?
We could, lure them into a trap.
But we don't even know why the first one was killed, so we can't even set up a similar situation.
Well, just leave one person really badly guarded, and maybe they'll attempt to kill them, and then, we jump them.
What, do we think that's what the MO is? They just have to random...
Can everyone make a perception check?
That I can.
I am very perceptive. Oh shit, I actually am very perceptive. Okay.
I am not.
Well, you can't be good at everything.
+1 to wisdom. Oh no, that's to you.
Fuck's sake.
Where's the +1 coming from in your perception check?
It is -1 + 2.
Alright, so, Xerxil. As the guys are talking and discussing, and you aren't really piping in, Xerxil, you do hear some, like a creak of, like a plank by the door. Like a very slight shift in the planks. Everything is creaking, but your expert senses pick up kind of like the creak of someone putting their foot gently down upon the plank.
Fuck up, Xerxil.
Can I just discreetly then summon a familiar of some kind with invisibility, which I have numerous of over that way?
An imp has invisibility, I think.
It has shape change, but I've got plenty of things that can do it. And I'll get them to try and cast Dispel Magic onto something in that area, like poke into the area and cast Dispel Magic,
Okie dokie.
hoping to hit an invisible target.
So they know Dispel Magic?
No,
I
you can't-
know
you
it, and I
can-
cast the spell through them.
Got it. Alright. Can you do me a favour and make a spellcasting roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have just been an invisible person. I didn't even think of that.
Does it get proficiency? I don't know.
No.
Can't remember. Well, then I rolled really badly, apparently.
Yeah, you just had your charisma.
Yeah, that is.
So +5. Okay, so the Dispel Magic goes off. Nothing happens.
Texel thinks someone there.
How fast can I react to that? Barbarian initiative shit, though I don't get to the next level. Let's say
Roll
that's
initiative. Just you, see if you can get there first, obviously. If you, this is what you want to do, see if you're quicker.
Yeah, I'll burst him through the door and try and fucking rugby tackle or anything's there. Just flatten him whatever outside the door.
Okay, so yeah, you leap straight towards the door, and the door swings open. You feel the door whack something physical, and you hear a grunt.
I'll try to just grip whatever on the floor.
Okay, you jump, and you're like, you hear, please, no.
Frank!
What? Why have you done this to me?
Why are you invisible outside the door?
I thought you were talking about me, I wanted to know.
No!
Oh.
Come stay in the room.
Okay,
thank
you.
I should be looking after you anyway.
And then the great invisibility disappears. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And you see that you pulled his hood back, and for the first time you've got a good look at his face. He's got the remnants of like blonde human hair over one side, and this mottled fish scale look across his face, and he's got like kind of like one pitch black eye, inky black eye, and one normal, and the inky black eye doesn't seem to be able to blink, whereas the other one does, and his mouth is just a line of what looks like undulating tentacles that move when he speaks, and he goes, okay, sorry, and just kind of like with a hunch moves into and goes, hi everyone, I was eavesdropping.
I'll just sit him on the hammock.
You see he's bleeding from what used to be his nose, which is just two like gill-like slits that kind of flare open. And he goes, puts his hood back up.
The door's belted him. Moron. Right, where were we? God, that was so useful.
Yeah, he goes, you
were it.
You were discussing Nathaniel's magic.
Yeah, I don't think Nathaniel's the one.
What do you know about Nathaniel's magic?
I just know that he likes to keep his trump card up his sleeve. I mean, is that a crime? I don't necessarily trust him. I just know that he's exactly like Chester.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't necessarily trust him. I definitely agree.
Exactly like bollocks.
I am reading your messages, by the way, Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can keep an eye on him for you if you want.
No, that's alright. I don't really. I guess you can, but you're sticking with me. You can't keep an eye on anyone.
Okay. All right. So, anything else you guys wanted to say in the meeting?
I'm just thinking.
It's just people getting bored and wanting to leave. I'm like, we're not leaving till we've come up with an idea or we find out who it is. All their alibis match up, so what else can it be? Come on, brainstorm.
Well, it could be all of them. Maybe they just didn't like the guy.
So why didn't they just vote to get him off the ship and throw him off lawfully, as his pirate code?
Okay, first off, Macro, we're not pirates.
But they are.
Yeah. No, we're not. We hired lawful crew.
We did hire
Not so lawful anymore.
Yeah, you're rebellions.
Well, to be fair, it would be quite lawful in Atlantia or in the Million Islands.
We're not throwing any more people off the ship in a cruel fashion.
I mean, I think we should go meet up with Bill Cutting. Sail the seas. Oh, he's a famous pirate.
Okay, now we're back to the pirates.
I don't quite know what we need to plan tonight. Haven't we already decided we're going to keep Frank safe, keep Nathaniel away from him because I don't trust the fucker?
And I just cast Zone of Truth on him tomorrow.
Get the weapons somewhere, and then get a Zone of Truth room going, get everyone in there.
And have George watch the prisoner we freed. George, are you doing that right now?
Oh, shit.
George.
But you did tell him to come in here.
I mean, I forgot to...
What did you leave her doing?
Well, I just forgot to give her a job.
So you've left her unoccupied upstairs. Well, when we go to the top of the ship, if all the crew's dead, it's your fault, okay?
I don't think it would be my fault. I think it would be most of our faults. We split it equally like a good crew.
Nah.
She's fine. And when you go outside and go down the companionway, you can see that she's kind of just like setting up a bunk in the far corner. Right next to Vivian, and Vivian's like, showing her around.
I've been meaning to ask, isn't she a member of the Inquisition? Can't we just ask her what they would do?
Shit, yeah, I bet that she's quite good at this thing. Right, come in.
Question is whether we trust her answers or not.
Well, yeah, there's that, but if they make sense, it makes sense. We're grasping at straws here. We'll obviously stick with your idea
The
of
biggest problem I cry is usually when things
what we
make
spoke
sense.
about just. But, yeah, we'll see if there's anything else we can come up to narrow the pool of people down till then. Ali, what would you do in this situation then?
Yeah, hi. You see, she's had a bit of a wash. Like, there's no blood crusted over her face anymore. She's brushed her hair back, and you see that when she had that long blonde ponytail, like she's kind of like dyed, she just has cut it completely off. So she's got now this short, dishevelled look around her hair, and she just says, "What do you mean?
What's her hotness out of a scale of 3 to 18?
12?
We just killed your wife!
You're such a bad husband." Anyway,
3 to 18,
she says,
come on, hotness.
to be honest, in the Inquisition, it would be either zone of truth or torture.
Torture never works. I've heard people, they always just give the answer that you want when they get tortured.
It's also really bad because, we want to keep this crew and, not torture them.
Yeah, there is that.
And you...
Alright, then zone of truth in the morning says, let's collect the weapons.
Around about that time, it reaches midday, and then from the crow's nest you hear, "Land!"
No, land is suboptimal. If we land, they can get away.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Okay,
Right,
so
keep-
as you all take a look, let's just describe the horizon. On the horizon is a kind of like a wide island with a centre that rises up, and it's these craggy brown and greys, and it spills ash from its centre up into the sky, which looks like it's pluming out storm clouds. But really, you can see that it's just sort of volcanic ash, and after about 10 minutes of sailing this way, ash does seem to gently fall all down around the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And George goes, "Well, we could do with anchoring and going on the island for perhaps some natural supplies. I mean, this is my captain's ship, but you can vote, obviously. Because the island will have things we need."
Yeah, we can do that after. Let's capture this.
If you're worried about people escaping to the island, we can anchor out, and we've only got one rowboat. No one's going anywhere.
But what if we have to keep people here, so while we are on the rowboat, no one kills the crew?
True. Well, just leave Dariosa in charge. The man's a brick shithouse.
That is true. He does shit bricks.
I mean, I heard that too.
I picked up a brochure at the Colosseum, and it does say that.
He looks pretty good for 108.
What?
I know.
Oh, why am I surprised? I'm older than that.
I mean, Gwendef, he's human.
Oh, he is?
Yes. I was like, "Yo, Dario, so I've heard your name for a long time, How long you been about?" And then he does like a real bad accent. "Oh, I'm Darioso, I'm 108. And I'm like, "What?" And no, it turns out he ain't got no elvish heritage, he's just very old.
You should pick up his workout regime.
No, I'd pass out.
That's probably true, yeah.
I mean, I got these abs from just not eating, to be fair.
Ripped, chiseled body that you apparently have got.
They are good abs.
Thank you, Gwendef.
And we do drink a considerable amount, so that is impressive.
Yes. I mean, it helps if you don't eat a lot.
Okay, so we need a landing party, and I guess we are the landing party, aren't we?
Yeah. Dario, sir, I think you could keep the place. I know he's in bed, but don't wake him up.
What is his ex crazy girlfriend called?
Vivian.
Let's just ask Vivian. She's like Darioso,
Is
except
Vivian on the night crew or on the day crew?
She was part of the day crew.
Alright, okay. Vivian, you think you can stop everyone murdering each other?
She holds up the massive iron gauntlets and clenches them, and they screech. And she just goes, "Yeah, of course. Anybody gets out of line, and I'll give them a spanking."
Alright then.
Okay, George, you stay here and you watch our Zone of Truth boy with both
Frank's
eyes.
coming with us. Actually, Vivian, yeah, keep eyes on Frank, mate.
Frank, she says, "Frank, you're with me." Walks over to him, ties a rope round his waist, and then just walks off it, holding it like a leash. And he's like, "Okay."
Is this racist? I feel like this is racist.
Racist to deep ones.
Yeah.
The entire empire is racist to deep ones.
Well, that's probably like somewhere on the list of reasons why we are in a rebellion.
Right then, let's landing party home. And by the time we come back, I guess we can stay there the night and come back and do the Zone of Truth. We'll play it by ear.
Alright, so you guys are actually settling the rowboat down. Okay, so George anchors the ship maybe about 600 to 700 feet out. And you can see the bottom of the sea here. It's like sandy and filled with what looks like crabs and starfish and all kinds of wildlife. Fishes darting left, right and centre. And there's a fine film of ash over the water, gently being pushed towards the island on the tides, on the waves. And as you guys settle down in the rowboat, I'm assuming you're all going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you all row towards the island. And as you beach...
How many can the rowboat hold?
I think it's 12.
The rowboat.
Oh, yeah.
Do we want to bring anyone else with us? I guess we'll just get like 4 random crew members.
Nathaniel's
It seemed like they had good
I'll come.
allies.
I'll come, of course.
Yeah, let's bring Nathaniel.
Yeah, Nathaniel won. We could do with brutes for the others, probably just to help carry on.
Sterling, let's go. Are you okay, Chester? As you guys sit down and he sits in the rowboat next to you.
Quite well.
Ah, good. I wouldn't want you getting sick.
Sick of you.
Well, did I hear that right? Would you like a drink? And he brings up his wineskin.
Good, thank you. No. On the wagon and all that.
Fair enough. I'm not, because I can control my drink. And he drinks.
This little bitch is gonna die.
Okay, so yeah, you begin rowing towards the island with Nathaniel and a few of the brutes. And when you beach, you bring the rowboat up onto the beach. It looks a fairly idyllic like beach, sandy, golden sands, leading up for about maybe 80 foot towards a jungle. And the jungle's quite thick, except weirdly enough, there is like a pathway. And you see some ruined stones piled on top of one another by that pathway, like to indicate that you could travel this way.
Which island are we on this closest one?
No, you're nowhere near Wetway yet. Wetway's 5 days away.
Oh yeah, I thought it was quite far away. Where are we then in the water?
Just somewhere on the way.
There's little islands sporadically on the way.
It's the random island table.
Oh right, cool.
Yeah.
Get him. I was trying to think of the geography.
I was like, sea travel's boring. Let's spice it up a bit.
I thought we were gonna have orcs attack, just a random pirate ship, another pirate ship finds us.
I've already rolled it. I've already rolled it once, and you got the dragon turtle. And now we're rolling it again for this. All right, so yeah, you're approaching. Well, is there anything you'd like to do? There's lots of shiny shells, and you see Nathaniel picks one up and just shouts into it, and then goes, "Chester, if you place it to your ear, you can hear the sea." And goes to hand you the conch.
What do you mean? We can hear the sea right? It's there.
Yeah, but you can hear it in your ear. Try it.
I can hear it in my ear. Right, okay. Do we have any idea what this island is? It's an uncharted one. Are we going to be facing some savages on here?
I mean, some of you can make a history check. Anybody that wants to try to recognise the island.
I will have no idea about seafaring. I imagine someone who knows the local area a bit better. Does Grildor know about this random island we found? Is it an uncharted one? Or does he know something about it?
Do I know something about it?
You can make a history check. Yeah, this island is known as the Ash Peak Volcano Islands. A set of island chains created by volcanoes. They're rich and fertile and full of life normally. they tend to. Oh.
Sorry.
They tend to erupt rather sparsely. Like they haven't erupted, but it's weird. You look up and you can see the fact that it's active right now.
Oh, so it doesn't erupt very often.
No, not at all.
No natives then, just indigenous wildlife.
Yeah, like Grildar knows that this is really kind of a stop-off spot to rest and stuff for most people traveling to Wetway.
Okay.
If they're taking the route that you guys are taking.
Right. So but yeah, so there's no one settled on here then.
No, the island's not big enough for that. It's probably about, like I say, about 800 feet square. Like, you know, and you saw from the ship that the south side had a very rocky coastline.
Cool. All right then, boys. Fresh water and some fresh food then, I reckon, and make our way.
All right. Okay, so who's doing the collecting?
Gwendef, I imagine you're pretty good at this kind of thing. I'll go find the water.
Is this a survival or nature roll?
Survival.
In that case, Gwendef says, yeah, I can do this. But really, she cannot.
Are you doing the food or are you doing the water? I prefer doing water. I'm better at water.
Gwendef holds up the bow.
You do the food then. Alright then. I'll split off into groups. Zixil, you go get food actually. You are good at food. Grill, you go get food as well. You're good at shooting things from a distance. Chester, you're noisy. Water doesn't run away when you're noisy.
Rocket, what is your nature?
What is my nature?
No, your survival.
To kill the God King.
That's my nature, yeah. My survival is +3. He is proficient.
Okay,
but
so
he
in
has
this
low
case,
wisdom.
Gwendef helps you. Because I am both unproficient and have no wisdom.
Oh my god.
How have you survived this long?
I mean, Xerxil just jumps back in the water and goes looking for fish.
Alright, cool. And
Gwendef looks important.
Zerxel, can we have something island-based? Like, I'm sick of fish.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll try to hunt with my survival skill.
Alright, so all of you roll survival. Whoever's helping.
I'm going to go with Chester and then some of the brutes, because I just need people to carry water back.
Yeah, I mean, they brought empty barrels and stuff.
Yeah.
And you do...
God, that's piss
I'm gonna go catch my own dragon turtle.
Alright, so, Xerxil, a barrel gets put on one of the crewmen just brings a barrel up with some salt water, and you just fill it to the brim with fish that you're finding, and then you top it off with a starfish to make it look presentable, obviously.
Nice.
You fill the whole barrel up, and all the crew are like clapping. And they're getting to like you. However, Macra, what are you doing? Going to find food or water?
I'm looking for water.
Right, so you do find a fresh water source. And it leads down... You're maybe now about 200, 300 feet away from the crew. And you and the brutes, there's two of them, I've got the barrels. You just find like a very gentle waterfall that's kind of cascading down this granite side. And it's only about 10 feet tall. But then as you put the barrels underneath, the brutes will look at you and it's like going to take you about an hour, the trickle. And they just look at each other and they're like, huh? And they just get their pipes out.
Yeah. I guess we just kill some time whilst I'll look for some fresh fruit or anything.
And Grildar, can you make a perception check while you're there? We'll get to Gwendef in a second. Right, you are being helped because of the guys looking out, so you do get a natural 20. Okay, so to your left, as you're like smoking a pipe or eating something with the guys, something strides straight out of the jungle and looks at you. It's a horse, white fur, horn protruding from its forehead, and it just stares at you.
What do I know about unicorn meat?
I was going to get to your survival check in a minute. You're like, did you go with Macra or were you doing your own thing?
I went looking for food, basically.
Okay, yeah,
we'll
we'll
get
get
in the same direction.
Yeah, I'll get to you in a second. And it just looks at you and then kind of like does a backing step really slowly and then goes back into the jungle. Both of the brutes go, was that a horse with a horn?
Okay, yep.
And then you hear some twig snapping, branches being pushed out of the way, and then it disappears. Alright, so Gwendef, stumbling around. You do find some food, but it's a very large bee's nest hanging from an overgrown fallen tree. It's probably the cone is probably about 6 foot from tip to end, There's going to be a lot of honey in that.
I am
If you want to
50%
dare it.
there. Oh, honey sounds good.
I mean, I'm just gonna roll wisdom to see how stupid.
As you're
Grindr
looking
is.
up, like Nathaniel steps up beside you and goes,
Oh,
"Well, that's you really going to try that?
No, we're not doing
Gwendolyn's a
this.
master honey gatherer.
You know what we should do, Gwendef? We should convince that it's a great idea, and it's for bravery. And you know who would climb up there and get it? Chester.
Nathaniel, what is your deal with Chester?
Well, no, to be fair, I tried to make friends with him, but he made me his rival. So, I've just accepted it. We are now rivals.
I don't feel like that is how that works. I don't feel. You know,
Yeah,
you're a hired crew, right? And Chester is one of your employers.
Is he? Or did I hire Chester?
It's
No, I
time
don't
for
think
your
you hired
annual
Chester.
considering.
I mean, yes,
Jesse, you're not there. You with me?
I am
That's all
paying. I am paying for the salary. So in theory, you're my employee.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was understanding that maybe George was my captain, and he pays me. I mean, he's already given me this shiny 1 gold piece nugget.
Yeah, but I paid George.
Ah, well, now there's a conundrum.
So let's not try to get Chester killed.
Obviously not. He would just get a few stings, and you see the bee that flies into the 6-foot thing is probably about the size of your fist. He goes, okay, that is kind of scary, and he backs off.
I have no specific plans to do this, so I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, you see Nathaniel's like lifting a heavy rock up in his hand, throwing it out, catching it. He goes, "This could be fun."
It's going to be like that episode of Futurama where they go get that honey, and there's just an identical party.
Yeah. I tell you what.
Dead under the wasp's nest.
I tell you what, Gwendef.
I got this.
I throw the stone, I distract, I run. And then
No,
you
no.
get the honey.
Now, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cast Spike Growth below it,
Aha, okay.
and I'm gonna shoot off the thing that holds it to the tree.
The stalk. Yeah, the apple pip core. Yeah, cool, of course.
And then it drops on the spikes and impales all the bees.
I mean, if you've seen how big that nest is, it's not gonna work. I mean...
And your stone throwing and running idea was better than.
Shall we
This
go
is kind of getting a natural 20. This is what just come out with.
shall I go get the lizard? I mean, he can throw fireballs.
Wouldn't that... What
He'll
happens
be
to
like,
honey if you burn it?
he'll be like, whoosh, bang, pow.
Do you even like honey? Because I don't even like honey.
No, not particularly. I'm just bored.
Oh yeah, let's not risk my life for that.
I heard it's bad
Macron's
for
gonna
the
be
teeth.
so pissed when you don't come out with honey.
I have a dragon to kill, and Gwyneth just leaves.
Okay.
Gonna be
Oh well.
so pissed.
Wait, I'm just not gonna tell you about the honey. I have a bow! There's like 1 billion bees. How do you imagine this works? I can shoot like 1 bee. Remember what happened with the monkeys? That was like 6 of them.
Well, let's not then. And as you're beginning to leave, you do see the path that you and Nathaniel are about to step onto. It seems to be pushed aside on purpose. It leads to a cave entrance on the side of the mountain, the volcano. And you can see outside there are some what look like totems, signs of, well, someone's been living here.
What kind of totems are they?
They're like rocks piled on top of one another, and at the top there seems to be carved head of what looks like a red dragon, and then a griffin.
The dragon got me interested. So Gwyneth is gonna step in front of the cave
Mm-hmm.
and go, hello!
Okay, as you scream, like, shout down, hello, 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 you hear a voice call back, hello, is somebody there?
This is Gwendeth Redfoots of the Redfoots of Redfoot Mountain.
Hello, Gwendif, Redfoot of the Redfoot Mountain. I am. Liam has to look at his notes for a second.
My immersion.
Oh, I am Kaelfin.
What you doing here, Kaelfin?
Research. I mean, can I come out and you're not gonna kill me?
You're not my enemy.
I mean, I did notice you anchor up, and I thought I'd hide. But if you're approaching and talking, I might as well come out.
Have you ever been a dragon?
Not that I know of. No. I mean, I could have been in a past life.
Past lives don't count. Come out.
Okay, so what steps out is this robed fire ganassi. He's got bright red skin and smoke coming out from underneath his cape, and he pulls his hood down, and he's got a bald head that has what looks like little narrow channels of magma passing through it, and his eyes are kind of a bright red, and he just goes, "Greetings, hello.
Hello. What are you doing here?
I'm researching. I'm investigating."
Oh, are you good at that? Because we have this murder mystery to solve, and I really need like another hand.
Kael'thas goes, I'm kind of busy with the volcano. I mean, do you have any magically inclined people in your crew?
Well, we have Grilda, but he says he's a mage, but he kind of just punches things, and we have that one lizard who throws fire.
Fire, now. That seems to pique his interest. He goes, "Fire is what I'm here researching. So, if you could, go get your, you say, lizard friend? Or anybody that can summon magic fire. That would be handy."
Can't you do that?
No, funny enough, even though I'm a fire ganassi, no, I cannot.
Fate is cruel, isn't it?
I mean, yes, and a little single red tear sizzles down his cheek.
Between us, have you ever tried to join a rebellion against the God King?
I am currently inclined to, yes.
Oh, do you want to hire onto our boat? We're on a rebellion against the God King.
Actively? I mean, I am not for the God King's reign. The man sounds like an asshole.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm not. That's not really why I'm doing it. I'm just here for the ride. But yeah, he kind of wants to kill the child of a friend of mine, so we, rebelled.
That's terrible.
Well, no,
Come, introduce me to your crew. Come. And he kind of follows you. And you see that the guys, despite his youthful appearance, you think he might be an old Fire Ganassi because of the way he walks and the way he handles himself. And then everyone that's currently come back from their gathering sees Gwendeth and Nathaniel arrive on the beach with a Fire Ganassi.
Gwendeth, who went out to gather food, comes back with a Fire Genasi instead.
Come back with another mouth to feed.
And everyone sees him, and he does look like kind of like a hermit. Nothing threatening about him whatsoever.
I point at the lizard. This is our lizard. He can throw fire.
Oh, hello there. I didn't picture you so small. I hear you can fling fire.
Yes, Xerxes will make big fire.
Have you? I have a question for you, Xerxes. Right?
Yes.
Lately, whenever you cast your fire magics, have you noticed the specific presence lingering in one's mind, urging you to do, frankly, batshit crazy things?
What?
Say that you hurl a fireball.
Yes.
And at that moment it goes poof or bang. Have you heard a voice in your head?
Have I?
Okay, so roll me a d20 now, and I'll see if you have. No. So far, you've been okay. But to Grildar, to Macra, and to Chester, when you were doing the job for the doppelganger back in the first session, there was some member of the warehouse. Someone had tried to cast a firebolt and turned into a tree.
Mm-hmm. I'll
There's
relay this information to the
yeah.
Ganassi.
He goes, oh, yes, there's something definitely wrong with fire magic. The heart of fire must be troubled.
Are you food?
No, he's friend.
You went food. Is he food?
No, he's also against the God King.
Ah, friend.
I didn't say I was going to actively fight the God King. I just said that I am not a fan of his regime.
If you're not actively fighting him, honestly, you're kind of a quitter, aren't you?
I guess. I'm from far away.
Well, so am I. I'm just gonna fight him anyway. Running out of excuses. Look, we're hiring. The pay is pretty good. You get to ride on our boat.
We had an opening. Opened up yesterday.
Yeah.
Well,
We just got straight up stabbed in our, cargo hold.
I'm here investigating the ash peaks. They shouldn't have erupted, and I thought I could find the presence that's infecting fire magic here.
So if we do that really quickly, will you join us?
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like it's more important here than what it is with us.
I mean, I don't really want to leave the island just now. I mean, I've currently found no evidence, but the difference between the material plane and the fire plane here is it's very thin.
Well, we'll come back on our way back when we come back this way in a couple of months, and then we'll chat.
Well, are you looking for something specific, or are you just stopping for supplies?
Supplies.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I found something if you want to come with me.
Yeah.
Sure, everything better than going on a boat with a murderer on it.
Okay, so he does know. He just looks at Chester and goes, do I know you?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, perhaps.
Oh no!
Have you read Fondling with Fire?
Oh, was that you? You're the
was.
Chester Decker?
That I am.
You wrote Fondling with Fire? See, I'm not really into smut, but that was definitely a good read.
It was my first graphic novel.
one would say I had a pyroclastic flow.
Oh, that was my original intention. Frosty.
How does this keep happening?
Well, he leads you basically to this small area he's cornered off and made a little agricultural area, little farm, and he says, "You're welcome to as many as you want. This land is pretty fertile." And he's got a small, about 20 foot by 20 foot square of, yucca plants. And he just begins heading around with a wicker basket, plucking some up. And you have a whole basket full of yucca. You basically potato-like.
Okay, thank you for saying that, because
the island.
Yeah, it's like a root veg. It's like a potato.
Okay. I mean, that's a big improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Cheers.
And now your supplies in the ship have gone from rations for a month to fresh fish for 2 nights. With basically, you can make chips with yucca. So basically, fish and chips. You've got slightly ashy, clean water, but
I knew I shouldn't have joined a British campaign. We're on a boat for 2 days and suddenly it's all fish and chips.
I resent that. I resent that. Fish and chips is awesome. You take that back.
No, it is
What was
pretty
your name
good.
again? Ganassi?
Calefin Maghide at your service, Macra.
You need to stay away from them volcanic fumes, mate. You seem like you're struggling a bit there.
It is smelly in there.
It can't be good for you. All right then, yeah, we'll be back. We're back in a couple of months anyway. If you're still,
I don't bend that way, thank you.
All right, okay. Well, I'll be back in a couple of months anyway, and then we can have a chat.
Oh, do please come back. Of course, once I've finished investigating this, I might be able to, find out what's happening to fire magic. I mean, I was thinking of teleporting all the way over to Nordrak, if you believe it or not, to check out the fire temple there.
Nordrak, where the? Yeah, sure. No, but yeah, still chill here for a while. We'll be back.
Nordrak you've played an entire campaign in Nordrak, Macra.
Macra doesn't know where Nordrak
Macra!
is.
Sorry, curse.
She is roleplaying.
You're so poor at this.
I know, but sometimes it's difficult with Curtis and
put more
Macra. You're
voice
so
on it, yeah.
similar.
I need to put more of a voice on for Macra. It'd probably make it easier.
Yeah. Anyway, so he goes, good
I'll
luck,
start with more
everybody.
gruff with him.
Yeah, good luck, everybody, and come back when you can.
Right, we'll be back soon. Sure.
Alright, and he kind of waddles back to his cave, but stays watching you for a while. And yeah, all the crew gather up, and Nathaniel walks up to you, Chester.
Oh no.
Hello?
There's a very large bee's nest in the jungle. It's filled with honey.
Pudding.
Delicious.
I know, and Gwendef said that perhaps that me and you should go collect it.
I appear to be otherwise engaged. With
that's a shame. I thought that I'd bring the brave Chester along.
I'm sure you can handle it, good Nathaniel. I'm sure that your skills with bee whispering are just up the path. A good day to you.
And you, of course, Chester, as he sips from his wineskin. Okay, so you guys have got basically coconuts, fish, yucca, fresh water. All good.
Sound.
And you wrote, and as you wrote back, you see
So,
Vivian
George, make
is-
a note to come back to this island.
Yarr! He leans over the balustrade as he lifts the rowboat up, him and the men heaving. And you see that with one hand, Vivian has Frank on a leash, and then on the other hand, just is lifting one side of the rope. And once you climb on board, Frank's just kind of walking in circles. And Vivian says, I think I broke him.
Frank?
Hello, you're back.
Oh, is this whilst he's still got the lead on around his
yeah.
Just to know what to do with himself. Right, Frank, you're back with me. Cheers, Vivian. Cheers, Vivian.
Yeah, no problem. And then Vivian looks at Frank and says, yeah, he was no problem. He just kind of stood there.
You should, build up his confidence a bit. Huh?
And Vivian looks at Frank and he goes, good boy.
I give her a thumbs up.
She gives you a metallic thumb. Alright, so is anybody else want to do?
No, I think we're waiting. We're currently on we're just gonna Zone of Truth them plan, because we're all really bad at solving murder mysteries.
Did Nathaniel get the honey?
No.
No, we did not get the honey.
Oh, I thought we would have enjoyed dealing with 1,000 little pricks.
Why get honey when you can have crunchy spice?
Good man.
Can we go back for crunchy spice?
No.
What spice?
Crunchy spice. Delicious crunchy spice.
What is crunchy
Fly, buzz, buzz, crunchy spice.
What? Okay, so you have a honeycomb and you want to eat the bees.
Crunchy spice delicacy. Yum, yum.
That's amazing.
I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but do you take out the stingers first?
That's spice. Crunchy spice.
Wait, do you only eat the stingers?
Eat all. Crunchy spice.
When he explains it like that, it does make a lot of sense, to be fair, but it's still
It
quite
does?
baffling at the same time.
It's
Actually love crunchy spice.
We'll get it on the way back.
Gwen, if you're keeping me entertained tonight, because I've got to pull an all-nighter looking after this one.
Phrasing, I just killed your wife.
Right, okay.
I'm just gonna let you guys just stay on a ship for the rest of the campaign. It's like a fucking sitcom. Just go ahead!
It's a pirate show, but it's just sitcom, and it's just them on the ship. That's what really happens.
And every episode, another person dies and we cannot figure it out.
Well, there's only one crew left.
There's like 33 episodes to the season. Oh, amazing. Alright, so the rest of the day sailing, you make good headway. The wind is strong, and the water does pick up, making some of you without your sea legs a little bit sick. And as you approach the evening time and the stars begin to light up the sky, there is another single island on the horizon. And George goes, "Yar, it's a bit weird." And you see the sun setting, bleeding a kind of blood red across the skies. The sea is becoming calmer. And he goes, it's... Take a look. And he just hands you all spyglass. And one by one, it's just a single island with one palm tree on it. And you see one coconut on the palm tree, and that's about it.
Suspicious.
It's about 20 foot in circumference, perfectly circular.
You know what, that is quite suspicious, actually.
If I were to bury a treasure, I would do it on that island.
I guess you're not going to miss it, are you? How often do people actually bury treasure? I thought that was just for the kids' stories.
I don't think they actually do it. George, you're a pirate. Do they bury treasures?
Yeah, I've buried 3 lots of treasure.
Where?
I ain't telling you that, Macro.
That was a
is it
dumb
my
question.
retirement fund?
I mean, the last amount of treasure I had, I became friends with you, and a dragon blew it up.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, George.
No problem. I can't
Why
wait to-
bury treasure?
Why?
Why?
To keep the
That's
lady.
an only berry poo.
You're on point. You can have an inspiration rocket. You're on point with the comedy today.
Amazing.
Xerxil only berry poo. That's the quote. That's your character quote.
You went from the intellectual alien character to Xerxel only Barry Poo.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, do anything about this? Did you want to stop, or are you going to sail on by?
I mean, if we
Check
dump,
the buried treasure.
I think it would be very obvious to bury it here, wouldn't it? Like, because there's so little space.
Yeah, surely it gets soggy after a little bit down.
I don't think it's worth bothering.
It just seems too suspicious.
We'll check it out on the way back once, you know, we don't have a murder on the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that then. Are we all agreed? Anyone want to go to explore the sport? So you're good at swimming. Why don't you go check it out quick? No, it's going too fast.
Xerxil, do you want to go check it out?
Yes.
I suppose, how do you get there? You swim?
Yeah.
Alright, so you jump into the kind of dusk light, land sploosh and begin swimming. And you begin approaching the island, and it's sandy. You can actually start walking or wading, perhaps at about 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And the sand is pristine, soft beneath your feet. And as you're walking up, there's no life around it. But as you approach the palm tree, there's a single coconut in the tree about 12 to 15 feet up the ground. There's nothing.
Yep. I'm not really doing a lot of looking. I'm just going to dig down about a foot in the sand.
He's having a shit.
Okay.
No.
No.
Go on.
Yeah,
What was you
I was
saying,
going to
Lee?
ask you to make an investigation check, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just... Unless there happens to be something in that particular spot. He just digs down a foot, puts a gold piece in it. Ha! Buried treasure. And then covers it up and swims back.
Alright, and you swim back, and the ship's made some headway, but you managed to catch up because you're a great swimmer. Climb on board.
I imagine we slow down a bit for him as well.
Mm-hmm. No.
It's a boat. How the
Yeah.
fuck do you slow it down a bit? Like, you have to take in the sails, or
Yeah, no, they don't slow down.
Put the chain in the water, cause some friction.
That's a sort of that's like a good maneuver. That takes a good couple of maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. If we don't do that, then you just better catch up. You better catch up. You'll get.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yep. All right, so you get back, and the night descends upon the ship. The night crew arrive. Darioso and his men. This time as well, the Inquisitor Elenia, she joins the night crew.
Why is she part of the night crew?
Because she just slept all day, and she's just going to join it.
Alright. Keep eye on her. Yeah.
Darioso says, I will keep a perfect eye on her.
Ace. Alright, night.
And you can make a perception check, Macra, if you want. If you want, I mean...
Is he perving on her?
I'm not saying shit. Yeah, there seems to be a bit of a smile between them two.
What's the 3 out of 18, mate? Between 3 and 18, what is she?
I told you, 12.
You said.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't know why. Oh, yeah, whatever. And, okay, yep, Xerxil, I got that.
Hang on, right? He's not banging Vivian.
No, Vivian's... We established that Vivian's like his charge, like his... It's his best mate's daughter!
You know the most about those two from all of us.
I think we're causing some crunchy spice here. This is what's happening.
You're the one who knows the most about them.
Okay, and any plans for the evening?
Stay awake all night. I don't know how.
Well, Macra was...
Constitution checked.
Makro is stupid enough to invite Gwendeth to hang out in the evening, so Gwendeth just took a bottle of booze from the captain's cabinet and sits on Makra's, what's it called? Shamrock, waiting to get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay then. I just got drunk then. But not enough to fall asleep. We
Alright.
see if Frank drinks as well.
Alright, so Zertzil, while you're sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
you hear something below you.
Below me.
In the water below you. Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll wake up.
Yeah, you kind of.
Peek overboard.
There seems to be a light, like a dull golden glow beneath the waves, and something with a long tail, maybe 10-foot tail, swimming beneath you, catch right beside the ship.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'm just going to keep watching it, and I'll try to be hidden.
Alright, make a stealth check.
So I will just change the color of my scales,
Yep.
Oh, nice.
and that's better.
Yeah, and eventually this thing kind of, you see a hand, like a very feminine, dainty hand, latch onto the side of the ship. Its suckers are like sticking to the wood, and then its another hand comes out, and then you see there's like a horn that protrudes back and swept back, and dangling from that horn is like a golden light, which then just goes blinks out, and it just seems to climb slowly up the side of the ship, and then peer through one of the portholes at the crew sleeping. It's like directly in front of you off the prow of the rowboat, just watching. And it's a very beautiful female form, naked, top up, with like the bottom half of a green, kind of lime green, scintillating fish scale leads down to a fish tail. She's just staring in, cocking her head, and just go and whistling slightly.
Cool. I'll watch with interest.
And she just does it for a little while until one of the crew members walks up and peers out, and then she kind of like moves to the side, and his head kind of like, he can't get his full head out, it's too small for that, but he just kind of looks out, and then she goes like that, and he leans out, and at that moment you see as she smiles, she has anglerfish teeth, straight needles in her mouth, no kind of like, they're grey needles, and as she smiles, you see what looks like a wisp of something come from the crew member, enter her mouth. He smiles, and then as he puts his hand out to peer, she just gently strokes it and then begins to climb back down the ship. And then you hear a kind of slight splash, and she disappears into the depths.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's it for that's basically the rest. That's what you see during the night. Okay, so inside the ship, we got Macra, Gwendeth drinking.
Mm-hmm.
George does join you. He brings down the lemon liquor, the liqueur.
Oh wait,
I want to get the Inquisitor girl in on it as well.
She's
on
currently
the
on
night
shift.
That's okay. I'll drink with her another time. You can only trust a person once you've gotten drunk with them.
Ah, yeah, good. Okay, so night goes by without a hitch if everyone doesn't want to do anything.
Can I go down to the crew bit at some point?
Yeah, and you see that everyone's kind of sleeping, playing games, drinking. That's about it.
Just want to look for that crew member that I saw.
Okay, make a perception check. Alright, so yeah, you notice him. He's the one that stuck up for Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to just be playing a game of dice with his friends, just one other guy. And he's just talking like normal.
Alright, yeah. I'll just go back upstairs and get in the rowboat and sleep again.
Alright, cool. Anything else from anybody? Grilda?
Nope, just doing what I said to help him organizing, stowing the weapons away at night.
Yeah. So,
Doing it.
how late is Gwendeth and Macross staying up in the crew's quarters?
We do pull in an all-nighter.
You put in an all-nighter, what, with Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, night goes without a hitch.
Does Frank drink?
He says, I do drink.
Get in.
Oh, you mean alcohol?
Yes.
No, it dehydrates the skin and gives me acne.
Okay, you just
yeah,
focus on preparing the truthy thing and we'll get drunk.
I just realised as well that you all went onto the island, and I can do this. And he just summons a load of food right in front of you.
That's good. I was getting peckish.
Yeah, everyone begins joining in.
Get in.
Hey,
Stop.
Now,
Guy eating.
and now that he's summoned food, he's conjured food, they're all patting him on the back, and he looks to be more trusted now. And he goes, yeah, tries to crack a joke and says, yeah, you may like me now, but I'm preparing Zone of Truth in a few hours. And everyone just, ugh, sighs and groans. Alright, so the morning comes. Frank prepares his spells.
Frank needs to fall asleep. Frank's not pulling all that.
He does. He sits with you for a bit, and within 20 minutes he's asleep.
And he drops off eventually. Good.
Gwyneth is telling a lot of stories when she's drunk. She's telling them really happily, but they're all really sad because they all somehow involve her family dying while on a dragon hunt.
Oh god. Yeah,
Until there's none left.
Yeah, the crew kind of listens. They're like, oh man, and they've all got this newfound kind of sadness about you. Like, can't believe her family got killed by Lady Greenridge.
Right?
I know. We've never heard of her. Yeah, and in the morning, Alenia comes down, yawns, and goes to take her bunk. And I'm assuming you guys go upstairs. Frank wakes up, prepares his spells, and he says, "How do you want me?"
Right. Grildo, how does this spell work exactly?
Cast on a room, keep people in there, wait 10 minutes, get them to talk. Something of the sort.
Is there no way that they can cheat it or anything then? No.
Hold on, let me check that exactly. I think no.
How much time do we actually have with your Zone of Truth?
Zone of Truth lasts for 10 minutes.
How often can you do it? Frank.
I've got 3 cases of it.
Okay, so we should start with the most suspicious ones and leave the, rest for later.
Yes.
Right, so let's find a nice place in the ship. So I'm going to try because it's a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point. I don't think it needs line of sight or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if we cast it like on the middle deck, it should cover that deck, the deck above it, and the deck below it, and then probably get like 8 rooms or something. If the ship has rooms like that laid out.
Yep.
At least we'll be able to get like at least 4 people at the same time in the zone.
Alright, so you can Frank does kind of help you, and he says you can probably get the whole entire crew, like in 2 goes, and then all of you and the specially named NPCs in another. And that's what Frank points out. He goes,
yeah.
On the 3rd spell, I could also get the entire of you. I mean, you're not exempt, are you?
Correct.
I guess not.
Excellent.
I don't think Makra did it because Makra wouldn't have used his sword.
No, yeah, not really my thing. Apart from this one, and he points to a massive sword that may as well be a fucking sledgehammer in that.
Yeah, so we'll organize that. In each place, there'll be one person asking like a fixed set of questions, and someone else noting down the answers.
Yep.
And then someone collecting those answers. Collecting the answers need to be the ones that are witnessing that this is happening, and then etc. So we don't have to be there to answer question. So the questions we want to ask is something we should decide then.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should ask them for.
I mean, they're on a Zone of Truth, so the first question should be, did you kill the dude? Like.
Well, you don't know if the zone has taken hold yet, because they could pass full of saves in a row.
So you want to save that one for last?
For a little bit later, not last, but later. You'll probably want to ask them something super embarrassing.
To see if it has taken hold.
See if they will truthfully answer.
That's a good team building experience. Just demoralize the crew by knowing all their darkest secrets.
Well, or team bonding, you know.
Okay. Well, Frank does cast Zone of Truth on the first group, and immediately they all kind of look at one another as if they don't. It's like they don't feel anything. And immediately, one guy at the front, you see there's a grin on his face, and he just turns to the guy to the right, says, "What were you dreaming about last night?" And he just looks at him. And then the one on front goes, "It worked on him." And you see, like, some of them are kind of like talking amongst themselves.
Actually, we don't even need to do that. Like, we can just ask Frank, because on a succeeded save, you know whether it's worked or not.
Frank goes, "Yeah, it's worked on nearly all of them except him at the back." And he points towards one in the back who's just one-eyed Dave. And Dave goes, "It's 'cause I'm wise."
Maybe it's because he only has one eye. Does that do anything?
"I'll tell the truth. I'll tell it to Chester, my bunkmate."
Chester, could you do the interview?
Of course. With all just my friend Dave.
Alright, so Dave begins to speak to Chester. He goes, "Alright, Chester, so what I saw was you muttering in your sleep last night, you filthy, dirty perv."
Remember, Chester, you can't lie either while you're in it, so this is going to be good.
What?
He has to make a saving throw.
I mean, he's got to repeat saving throws until...
Yeah, he goes, "Yeah, Chester, it was you last night talking in your sleep. It wouldn't be surprised me if you'd stolen Nathaniel's short sword and shoved it in him. Not
Wasn't
Nathaniel.
me.
You sure?"
Of course it wasn't.
Yeah,
What?
yappy. Look
I'll
here.
tell you what, Dave. You're about to start to adopt Dave's accent. You're fast losing what's left of your sleep space.
Oh, well, I'm moving in.
Remember, Dave. Half an eye, half a bunk.
That's not how it works. If that was the case, you're half a man, you'd get half a bunk too.
Can you not fight him and just ask him if he murdered the dude?
Did you, One-Eyed Dave, kill our crew member?
No, of course not.
Did you do it, Chester?
Wasn't me, alas.
Frank, was the spell working on both of them when they said that?
Yeah.
I need to roll something.
I mean, I think so.
Okay, so you two shut up. Let's interview the rest. Everyone just quickly tell me if you killed the dude.
I did not kill him.
You can suck a dick, One-Eyed Dave.
I did not kill him.
I would have used
kill.
Do any of the crew members admit to killing him?
No, they will just go, no.
Everyone answers.
Yeah.
Alright then, next group.
Okay, you're all
Sucks in that
innocent.
question.
Okay.
Why do you kiss fish lady?
Me?
Yeah.
Jack points at himself. What? I didn't kiss fish lady? What fish lady?
Fish lady come last night. You kiss.
Did I?
Silvery wet kiss.
I don't... No, I didn't. He's lying.
It's actually
What are you
so.
on about?
Are they both in the zone of truth?
Yes.
Is it working on both of them,
Yes.
Frank?
Yes, it is. Yes.
So obviously something isn't working here if they're contradicting each other.
Yeah, how can they be contradicting each other?
The truth is not necessarily a static thing. If he believes this is what happened, then he's not lying.
So he did get kissed by a fish lady but doesn't know about it.
That could very well be the case.
Fish lady come last night. Crawl up butt. Got a hole. He comes.
What's going on?
Kissy kiss.
Wait, why are you only saying this now? Did you not think this was important information?
No.
Okay, the next time something crawls on the boat, just, tell someone.
It's actually not stupid. It's actually watch. No one died. It's okay.
I guess if it was consensual fish kissing.
Oh, Jack's just staring and goes, I didn't kiss no fish lady.
Did you wake up with like a fishy taste in your mouth?
Now that you speak, yeah, I did.
Okay, so the fish lady kissed you, and then you forgot that you kissed her.
I didn't kiss no fish lady.
Okay, you are in the group we keep an eye on.
And then
because-
one of the random crew members goes, "Well, I did see head over to the port window, and I just thought you were, doing your usual, pissing out the port. But instead, you put your face and head out. I just thought you were being drunk." And he goes, "I didn't kiss a fish lady."
You kiss fish lady. Zaxio Shah. I'll cast Major Image and just replay the events essentially as I recall them.
Yeah, so everyone just sees this massive kind of like projection of the scene, and the Jack looks at it and goes, "Oh yeah, I do remember that." He does go, "Yes, that happened. Oh god, that happened!" And he falls down and begins pushing his fingers into his temples.
You remember anything else about the fish lady?
She whispered to me, and then I to come to the window, and I did. And she took something from me. I don't know what it is.
What are you missing?
I don't know. But I feel different.
Okay, if the fish lady fucked with his mind, could it be that, he forgot that he killed someone?
I didn't kill anyone.
Well, you already said you didn't kiss no fish lady, and we.
George kind of steps up this time and goes, "You wanna just take a step away from the poor lad?
He can kiss whoever he wants.
I mean, what happened? What happened there was a little bit innocent, if you ask me. I mean, angular mermaids, they don't kill their targets, they just borrow the memories for a bit. I mean, yeah, they can be a threat in a school, but stealing your memory here and then isn't really going to affect us that much.
So they can't mind control you into killing someone.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But they
If
do
you,
like to...
however,
Whilst we're still
take the memory of you having killed someone.
They could have, yeah.
That's problematic. In that case, this whole setup will not
But
work.
he's only one crew member, and it's Jack. And you look at Jack, and he's the most weediest looking crew member ever.
Yeah, it wasn't doing that. We need someone who can move supernaturally fast. I don't think it's him. Whilst this zone of truth still going on, then does anyone know how Nathaniel's sword was stolen?
They all say no. It went missing just before bed, and that they were answering truthfully.
Okay, so while this zone of truth is still going on, Judge, did you ever kiss one of those fish ladies?
Yeah, yes. Damn you.
I just wanted to check. No more questions. I'm out of questions.
Oh no, I rest my case. Right, next group then. These all seem... Just keep an eye on Fishy Boy here.
Alright, the next group includes some of the night crew. Even Darioso sits in there rather tired, and he goes, "Let's get this over and done with, yeah?"
We'll be back bed soon, boys. Right.
Yeah. By the way, they are letting their saving throw go by, so...
That's so laggy.
Anyway, Frank casts Zone of Truth on them, and Darioso and Vivian are also standing there.
Don't know why these two are part of it, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, Vivian says, "I didn't kill him."
Anyone passed?
No, Frank can't determine anyone that passed the Zone of Truth. Like last time, it was only One-Eyed Dave that tried to resist it.
Oh, everyone. So all of these have.
Yeah.
All of these are telling the truth then, and we know that.
They're trusting you not to ask silly questions and embarrass them.
Alright, okay.
Okay, did anyone kill our boy?
No, there's a murmur. They all, no.
Did anyone see anyone kill our boy?
No, but what is the save for it? It's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Charisma.
Charisma. Alright, so who you casting on next?
One-Eye Dave's quite charismatic.
No, that would just be the 19 I rolled.
Well, no, because you went, "I'm quite wise." It's like, no, you're just charismatic.
Okay, did anyone see someone take Nathaniel's sword, or, how it disappeared?
I saw it in the body of Jones in the morning.
When it was how it was stolen before.
No. And then in the back, one of the guys goes, "Yes." I think I did.
Elaborate.
I didn't. I saw where he had misplaced it, but didn't think he was looking for it before bed.
Where was it?
Well, we were carrying stuff downstairs. In crates, remember? The supplies?
Yeah, and where was his sword?
Well, I saw it. It fell out of his sheath, and I didn't think anything about it. And then I didn't know he was looking around for it in the evening. I just went to bed. And in the morning, I found out that he was looking for the sword in the evening. You know, I'm on the opposite side of the ship.
Wait, so it fell down in the
he was placing, like, he says Nathaniel was putting a barrel down or a crate, I can't quite remember, and it just fell out the sheath. And I thought, oh, he'll notice that and walked off. I didn't really remember it until now, really. You know, it's just a lost sword.
It was just on the deck.
No, in the cargo room. You carried crate, yeah, where the Inquisitor was.
Right. Baffling.
Okay, I have one more question.
Okay.
How many of you are actually into hunting dragons?
None of them. They say no. And you hear Dave, even though he's not part, go, yeah!
They'll get there. You'll warm up to the idea eventually, they all do.
Was all of the night crew in this one, or some of them?
This is all of the night crew.
What about our new Inquisitor lady? Is she in this?
Elenia has no clue, other than what she told you already, that she saw from behind the guy that was kind of cloaked.
Yeah.
Okay, who's in the last control group?
She does say that, you know, he was tall, lean, wide-shouldered. But that could be any member of the crew, really.
Yeah, that's why. That's all of them.
Which one of our dudes do we still have left over?
How many dudes do you have left over?
Who weren't in the circle yet?
Just the named ones. You've got Frank himself. You've got Nathaniel. Just Nathaniel. Nathaniel's just kind of sat back eating an apple watching.
Okay, I guess we'll do the last batch. Well, this is obviously awkward, Frank, because, you know, if you were lying, you wouldn't tell us that you were lying. And,
Frank goes, I don't know. I don't lie.
I also didn't think he would stab a dude.
I mean, he brings up his tentacle. I barely grip a staff.
I guess we'll do Nathaniel.
Okay, Nathaniel stands there with his arms open.
Is that all that's left then? It's just Nathaniel?
Nathaniel, yep. And he just goes, come on. And George, actually.
Oh yeah, George could have done it.
George stands next to Nathaniel.
Chester, could you get in there as well? Just for a laugh. I'm pretty sure you'll think it's funny as well, actually.
What
was that?
Chester, get in the zone of truth.
I'm in.
Alright, so George, this is going to be interesting. So there's George, Chester, and Nathaniel all standing next to one another. Nathaniel just gives a kind of a sort of wry smile to Chester. Alright, so zone of truth.
Did it succeed on all of them?
Are you going to try to resist, Chester?
I am not.
Alright, cool. Alright, so Frank goes, Nathaniel. Nathaniel goes, alright, and then accepts it.
Okay, did any of you guys kill our crewmate?
I can humbly say it was not me, good Gwendeth.
Nathaniel, please actively deny.
I mean, let me tell you a story of how I...
No! Just say yes or no.
Chester's grinning now, from ear to fucking ear.
Nathaniel just kind of like shrugs and says, yeah, I killed him.
Ah!
Why?
Here's the part you're going to enjoy, Chester. Nathaniel, who do you think is the better bard?
Who do I think is the better what, sorry?
Bard.
Well, obviously it's Chester, because he begins to step back. Because I'm no bard. And he begins to take a few steps.
Time.
He's taking the steps back, and you see one hand lands on the short sword, another on the rapier. And he goes, it's a shame that Frank was here. I mean, I could have made this last much longer. And you see his flesh begin
Ew.
to peel away as he turns into Grey Janista, the Ashadi doppelganger. And he just stands there. The one that tried to kill your family, Macra, and then you beat the shit out of him in an alleyway.
Yeah.
And he draws the short sword and the rapier in hands and goes,
Wait, before we continue this,
yeah, he goes, come on,
Did-
let's
did
go.
Nathaniel never exist, or did you kill him and take his place?
He quickly turns into Nathaniel and goes, yeah, he did exist, of course, but he was in the Bastet's Blade that night, right? So what I did was I made myself into a female, a rather attractive one, and when he went to put his hands on me, I chopped them off, slit his throat, and turned into him. In fact, his body should be somewhere around there still.
That's a shame he was very attractive. I'm gonna shoot you now.
Okay. Alright, can everyone roll up? We'll have a 5-minute break and then we'll get to the fight with Grey Janista. We'll
I'm
be
gonna
right back.
enjoy this.
On top of this, I'm
I think we need a Curtis.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do need Curtis. Curtis is back, but we are back. Well, Curtis should be back momentarily, but he is frozen on the perfect face. So if you want to witness this, take a look. In fact,
It's already gone.
no, not for me. He's still frozen in that position. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Just so many.
That was the best freeze picture you've ever had, by the way. Oh, he's gone again. He's gone
The
again.
caption, glorious.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on with my internet, man?
Right. Are you ready?
I'm doing a speed test now. I'm getting 90 down. Why is...
Right. Can we continue? Are we good?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, yes,
All right.
yes.
So let's play some music. All right. So look at the initiative. He goes first, and he just stands there, looking around, and eyeing a target. Brings his short sword, rapier, to the side, forms a crux. You see his vision begin to blur. He takes a deep breath and then uses his special ability and runs forwards. Macra gets hit first.
Get in.
Alright, one moment. What's your AC?
17.
Alright, oh, fuck no. Right, so he goes past you, just managed to dodge out the way as he blurs past. Grildar, his attack goes on next to you. Your AC is quite high, so it's
19, yeah.
it ricochets off the shield. Next one's on Gwendef.
My AC is not quite high.
He hits you for 20 piercing damage as he slides past you. And then he skids past you and then goes to attack Chester. Hits Chester for 27 piercing damage.
Fuck me.
Stands up, takes a deep breath and bows. Now we begin combat.
Can we have some grid at least, so we know where we are? Like, I don't mind if it's just a blank map, but just at least a grid and location would be nice.
I would then have to re-roll initiative. Let's just say that you're not near him. Like, he's about 10 feet away.
We are in a cabin, right? So we're always like within 30 feet of him, aren't we?
Yeah, you're on deck.
Did you say
Did
27, Liam? Sorry.
27, yeah.
Did I not get attacked?
No, you're just
Lovely.
that way. I can only do 5 targets.
Well, okay.
That's
sure.
just Anyway, Grilda, your turn.
Yep. I will. What is he wearing? Is he just turning into
Natural armor.
flesh? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he wielding?
A rapier in the right hand and a short sword in the other, and they hit you with the short sword mostly as he did this attack.
And what's the relative positioning of the others now?
You've got Gwendef to your left, Macro in front of you, Chester to your right. So you're on kind of a crux formation with the lizard at the back, with Xerxes at the back.
Okay, I'll try and make my way over to him,
Mhm.
not to search but to
Mhm.
the doppelganger, and then I'll force start him on my way.
All right, you fling a 4-star M. That is indeed a hit.
For 9, and then I'll make my way and get in his face.
All right. So you did how much? 9.
9.
All right,
Yep.
yeah, it strikes into his flesh. All right, at the end of your turn, he takes a legendary action and goes to try to attack you. He hits you for 6 bludgeoning damage, as he brings the pommel of his rapier down and cracks you with it.
Okay.
All right, Gwendef.
Well, he killed 2 of my crew members, so I'm gonna Zephyr Strike
All right, cool.
and shoot the bastard.
All right, so yeah, you pull the arrow back, let it fly.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, then I shoot him normally.
Yep. He brings his He brings up his short sword. It ricochets off the blade, and then the next one hits him in the shoulder.
Use Zephyr strike onto all his shit.
Yeah, it's because they're -5, right?
Oh yeah, that doesn't help.
And then I end my turn.
All right, then he disengages from at the end of Gwendef's turn. Disengages from Grodar, and then uses a move action. Moves straight down to the prow. So he's now in front of everyone, about 20 feet away.
Okay.
That's his turn. So, Chester.
Yes. Oh. Alright, let's go. Let's make him pay. I knew you were too good to be true, you bumperclot.
No, Chester friend.
You're now about to taste the real man steel.
Oh, God.
I was making other men taste his steel.
That's delightful. A long silver shaft.
For fuck's sake, Dot. Alright, so
you
see.
spells already because he's renamed them. Forgot.
Oh, sorry, I just double tapped that. I didn't mean
so
to.
monkey see, monkey do is suggestion.
Suggestion.
What are you suggesting? And I have to make a
Ram that rapier down your throat, good sir.
You can't. Sorry, you can't do
That's
that.
exactly
do
what the
half
spell
actions.
says you can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have read it properly. Oh well, in that case, it's time for happy hour. Drinks on me.
Alright, cool.
Who are you healing?
I am going to heal. It depends who's been hit thus far.
He has been hit, yeah. Oh no.
Uh,
It's mostly Macra and Gwendeth, right?
Um,
touched.
It's just you and me.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm fine.
I'll whack it on Gwendeth. There's only 2, unfortunately.
Yeah, 2's good.
I mean, you are obviously distraught about your
Then-
best friend betraying us.
Alright, so Chester.
I will. I'm living the dream, and then I'm just gonna shout over to Grildar. Get him good.
You've
That's
used
what
your
I'm-
bonus action for the healing, no?
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
I have.
you
Yeah, sorry, I have. Yeah. In that case, I'll keep that and end my turn.
Alright, end your turn. Alright, last legendary action, he brings his hand up, fires a arcane dart towards Xerxil, and it hits you for 4
Cool.
damage.
What the 6 have done?
Can he make a reflex save?
Oh, that going back to Pathfinder, are we? Like the old D&D. You mean Dex?
Yeah.
He passes with a 23.
Cool. He takes half of that then.
Yep. Cool. Nice. Xerxil. Oh, that was
Yeah.
your...
That was my reaction.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. It's your turn.
I will attempt to cause ruin upon him.
Ruin.
This is the cackle, isn't it? This is...
Well, this is the initial hex as an action.
He passes.
Okay, and then Spook will attack him.
Alright, Spook slides along the deck.
Ooh.
That is
Spook
a
rolls
good
so
hit.
well.
But what you notice is as the Spook slides his hands across him, there is kind of like a bit of a pushback. And
And his nipples burn.
the necrotic damage doesn't seem to do as much as you'd hoped.
Ah, nice.
Right.
So it's hard we're going to run into a lot of necrotic resistance enemies.
Makra!
Well, got something.
20 foot away from us. I've got a gap because Grildar's moving out of the way. I'm running up.
Yeah, he goes stomping along the deck. Bring up the hammer.
No, the hammer's not even out yet. I'm unarmed. I'm just going to grapple him to the floor.
Okie dokie.
So that's to try and knock him prone. I didn't say I raged, so I can't do it retroactively. So no, I haven't raged.
Okay, so I'm going to roll acrobatics to try to dodge. Yeah, I rolled a 21.
Get in, and
Yeah.
now rage because
Oh.
I'm a fucking idiot and should have done that to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's and then now I'll try to just grapple him.
Alright.
And then this time it's with advantage.
I
There you
thought you
go.
were trying to grapple him a minute ago.
I tried to knock him prone, and then now I'm grappling him.
Alright, cool. The grapple fails. You managed to get out.
Oh, you little shit!
He rolled,
Right.
he rolled a 28.
Yeah, it's got good dex. This guy has. Yeah, that's me ending me go.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so it's his turn. I need to roll a d6. To see if it recharges. Nope. Okay, so he's struggling. You've knocked him prone, right? So...
No, I don't think either of them succeeded, did they?
Well, he rolled a 21. Oh, you didn't have advantage on the first one.
No.
No, okay,
I
yeah, so...
forgot, I forgot to rage first, didn't I? Like a dick.
Yep. Alright, so he stands up. Ugh! No, it doesn't stand up, sorry, I keep saying that. But he goes to strike you. He hits for 24 piercing damage.
There's that one strat, one below
Yep.
24.
One blow.
That's 12. Yep.
And then dances around you, bonus action disengages and runs to the side, jumps up on the balustrade and begins balancing as he moves around the side of the crew. Grildar.
Yep, I'll just move towards him.
Mm-hmm.
And I will shoot him again. For 16.
That does fling towards him and hit him straight in the meat of the thigh, and you hear ugh for 16.
Yeah.
That's quite a
And
good
then
dart.
Close my distance with him.
Alright, cool. You close the distance.
That's me.
Alright, he lashes out at you, sire. Critically strikes you.
Okay.
And deals. How much HP do you have? Quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
He does 54 damage to you.
Oh, that's exactly how much I had. Nice.
Shit, sorry, sir. He just managed to get a direct dagger strike down beneath your armor into your neck, and Grildar just falls back, and he goes, aha! And flourishes with the rapier.
I like how it still sounds like Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm. That's because, yeah, he does kind of do
I
that.
guess he wasn't acting.
Gwendef, you see that there was a very strong strike, and at the moment, there's a weirdness to his movements, as if he knows what you're about to do. Like, you can just see the way he dodged out of the way of things, and, like, at that last moment when he went to strike down at Grildar, stopped a second, and then struck him, as if he knew that he was going to be there.
Okay, I'm gonna mark him with Slayer Spray,
Okay,
and then I'm gonna shoot him twice, normally.
cool.
Nope.
Nope.
Wait, the 14. No, it doesn't hit, sorry. And then the next one does.
Okay, so here's the Slayer Spray damage. Wow.
Yeah, then.
Stellar.
So, Stella, yeah, 12 damage.
Well, you know, you can sue me if you want more than that. Look at all the bonuses Gwen gets to that. I end my turn.
Alright, yeah, the arrow sinks into his chest. He kind of stumbles slightly. At the end of that turn, he leaps off and has to use his legendary action to move. So he moves towards Chester. Chester, it's your turn.
Gonna do some shit. Right. Let me carry shit up, which I should just be leaving there, really, to be honest. I am going to rapier him.
Okay, you bring up the rapier and he goes, come on, Chester, we both know I'm better.
It's time to slay you down.
19 hits.
19 does hit. However, he attempts to parry. Fuck, no, you still hit. All I needed was a 2! I needed a 2!
Amazing.
So, yeah, your blades clash, sparks fly. You both go like face to face as you push the blades against one another. Sparks light up your face, and then you just parry, riposte, and stab him. He's like, ow!
Better indeed. You should have chosen a better enemy.
Chester, that's my nipple.
A target I do indeed wish to strike for.
And then he turns back and goes to attack you.
Do you not want to bonus action heal me, maybe?
I'm going to.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I am indeed going to. I'm just going to check what I've got to roll.
I'm starting to
1d6.
want an autograph.
2d6. 9.
Okay.
No. I see. I love the spell. It doesn't heal for much, but it's great. All right, yeah. So
It is
Grildar,
cool.
you open your eyes to a morning sky. All right. So at that moment, Chester, he uses his short sword to parry away your blade as you stabbed him, and then comes back with a rapier slice across your chest, and then pushes you forward for 18 damage.
Ow.
Yeah,
So
you are
funny.
fighting one of the Ashadi, right? you know this.
Yeah, he chose the wrong enemy.
Like, literally, last time we fought this character, one of my macro got stupidly lucky and just went, here, have 2 fucking 44s or some shit. Yeah.
You may injure me now, but your reputation in fiction shall be eviscerated.
Alright, so, Xerxil.
I will attempt to put him in some peril.
Oh, peril, eh?
Obviously, I will specify necrotic.
Barrel.
Alright, yeah, okay, fails. Choose your country, see within 60 feet can make a constitution saving throw and choose any damage type. On a failed save, the creature. Oh, okay, cool.
And then Spook.
Yeah,
Goes
so
in.
Ghost goes in.
And now fails to hit.
Yeah, it does indeed fail to hit.
Classic.
It would have been a good combo.
It would.
Yep.
It's fine.
Alright.
I'll cackle next turn and keep it alive.
Baffling art
So,
thing was-
also, it's until the end of your next turn anyway, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Baffling I was +9 to hit.
Yeah, so is your go, Macro?
Right, run up again. I guess I'm just stomping along the deck now.
Yeah.
I'm weighing like 8 times more than what I should be. How are the floorboards underneath me feeling? I've not ranged
No, well,
yeah.
at the moment you're running across the above because the ship's got like this gridded part in the center where cargo could be loaded down in. You're stomping across that, and then you get to the planks where he is because he's jumped down. Grildar's just directly behind him on the floor. In fact, he hasn't even noticed Grildar's eyes have opened. It's just.
Oh, I thought he was fighting with Chester. Did Chester run?
He
up
is fighting with Chester. Chester's in front of him, whereas Grildar's behind him on the floor.
Ah, right, okay. Running up, I'm going to try grappling this time with advantage. Let's see how this works. 27. Come on.
Yeah, I got a 22.
Get in. He's grappled,
He's
and
grappled.
now try to take the legs. 25.
Oh, got a crit. 34.
Fuck me. Right.
What
okay.
now?
He's still alive.
Yeah, as you try to trip him up, he just leaps up your arms, runs up your chest, and does a backflip. Lands perfectly fine.
He has a
Still
+4.
He does.
I've still got a hold of him at the end of my turn.
He does. He has. Yeah, he does.
Can we exchange Chester for him?
Wait, proficiency bonus 5, Dex +4 with the expertise. Yeah, 14.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
You're firing in the shardy. I told you this.
It's just a medium still out such a bitch last time.
I thought we'd shoot him like twice and we'd be done.
All right. So after Macros go, I need to roll a d6. He brings his hands into a Crocs formation, takes a deep breath, begins to take like a deep breath, and then blurs as he moves forward. All right. So the first attack goes against Chester.
Can you do this whilst I'm grappling him?
Oh shit! No, you are correct. He'd have to break the grapple first. You're
So he goes through this.
You
I'm
cheeky
like, fucking behave.
no. I'll go to use an action to try to break free. Do you want to make an athletics check? I don't think you can beat it.
He's got a +14, man.
No,
29, that's pretty good.
He rolled a 30. I wish I could screenshot that for you.
Oh,
He breaks free. Bonus action disengages and then runs. Oh, fuck! He can't do. All right, so Grildal can't do his special move.
Does he think he's killing us all here, or is he just trying to kill one of us and then get away?
He obviously thinks he can.
Mental.
Well, I'll get up and force start him again. Missing.
Okay. Yep. So you
And then
stand
I'll
up. Yep.
Try and move out of his line of sight.
Yep, you move out of his line of sight. He looks to be. He's got his back turned and he's kneeling down. All right. He uses another one of his legendary actions to reach up, turns and fires an arcane dart towards Chester. A total of 5 damage.
Oh, feeling a little bit under the weather here, gentlemen.
Gwendeth Redford.
I use a spell. Do you want to guess which one?
It's Zephyr Strike.
It is Zephyr Strike.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I shoot the dude. Come on, Dragon Slayer. Yes!
That hit.
And then another one after that.
Okay, one would say he uncannily dodges the first one.
Well, the second one also does damage, and then Slayer's Prey gets added to the first one.
Okay, that arrow hits him. The first one hits him in the shoulder blade, next in the base of the spine, and he's going. And you see his skin overlapping and flapping about as he keeps turning in and into different people.
No one shoots my employees.
All right, he turns and casts Arcane Dart again towards Chester.
Man, he really fucking hates Chester, doesn't
Chester to take 3 force damage.
Chester stacks it.
Oh no!
He's just like kind of eyes wide.
Chester Decker, can you make a death saving throw?
He shall indeed. And Do I just do this to you, Liam, or?
It doesn't matter. I've never been bothered about that.
Okay. I shall publicise it to all then, and then post it on Twitter.
Retweet.
Cool.
Nice success.
Alright, Xerxil.
Yeah, I will cackle to keep him imperiled,
Cool.
and then
No, what's a Xerxil cackle?
he actually doesn't cackle. He speaks a bizarre language
Cool.
that probably no one really understands.
Okay.
Can I use that? I wonder.
You do have an
It's
inspiration.
not. I do have inspiration. Yeah.
That
Can I
goes to-
use? Can I use? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, do my familiar get my things?
Yes, I'd say that because it's a feature of you, really. I'd let that happen. Which
Yeah?
inspiration do you want to use?
I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just use inspiration
Or like bog standard inspiration, or
just to get advantage and roll again.
that's
Is
bog
that a thing?
standard? Yeah, because there's like
Yeah.
loads of them.
And unless one's like plus 10 to hit, then I'll just
don't-
roll again.
No,
Classic.
Get it.
and then you botch.
Well, technically it's advantage, so it's
Yeah.
not a botch. Okay, that's me.
Yeah. Alright, so Spook goes flying forward, goes to grab, and he just nimbly, maladroitly dodges to the left. Alright,
Lovely.
so Makra, your turn.
Right, I'm sick of this now. No! He picks up the hammer and he's just going to start trying to twat him. 'Cause he's
Alright,
had
cool.
enough.
And you see the
Have you
fear.
got- have I still got hold of him, or did he break up? You broke away.
He
didn't you?
definitely
Yeah.
broke away, yeah.
Yeah, I finally pull out a weapon and just try to twat him. I got an extra D12 on this as well because it's a single target and I'm only making one attack. 16. Oh no, I didn't say I'm attacking recklessly. Never mind.
No, so you
12,
run
yeah.
forward, swing with a titan maul, and he just ducks underneath, and it smashes into the mizzen mast, knocking a chunk of timber out. And you hear, "Nyeh." George is going, go get up here! We need the pistols! Alright, Matt
God,
Cross.
we're struggling that bad. George is probably.
Oh god, okay, so at the beginning of Grey Janista's turn, he brings his hands into a crux. Blurs goes forward, goes for the attacks. First one's at Makra. What's your... It hits for 16 piercing.
Bastard.
Next one goes towards Gwendif, does a total of 21 to Gwendif. And
I
then
mean, that is fair. I did hurt him.
he backflips off Gwendif, blurring as he goes for Xerxil. Does maximum damage without a crit, so 27 damage. Piercing.
Grim. Can he make a reflex save?
Okay. What's the DC?
17. Ooh.
Anyway, how do you kill him? Just as he was about to finish Grildor off, you just go...
It's like
He passed the save, but it still did him in, so...
Benjamin ulting around, darting slash dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess... yeah, he stabs into Xerxil, like, right into a kind of vital part with his maximum damage. Xerxil's little tiny claws just kind of grab hold of his arm and dig into him, and then just flame just kind of erupts all over him as he cinders to ash.
Yeah, Grey Janista, which was once Nathaniel, goes... "Ah!" as he falls to the deck. "Ah!" and continues to scream loudly, and all the deck crew are rushing up, and he just goes... "Ah!" and his hand crisps up and curls, and then his voice kind of like... as he says... "You'll never escape him." And then just kind of like sinks into his ashes, leaving a kind of curled, crispy, cooked hand as part of the ashes.
Can I just take this moment just to look at the Inquisitor and just...
roll intimidation with advantage plus 10.
Brilliant.
You got it. She goes, "I got it. It's cool. It's cool. I will never say anything about your homeland ever again."
I was hoping that you just like have a heart attack. Just like,
Yeah.
Death by intimidation, I like.
Full psychic damage.
She's like, Elena goes, "Yeah, we're cool." Oh,
Right then. Well, at least that's solved.
And see, you made some
we're still.
spicy crunch.
All right, so can Chester make another death saving throw? Does anyone want to go help him?
Oh, I didn't.
No,
realize he
you
was
cannot.
gone. I'll go and help him.
Yeah, so you stabilise Chester. He's passed out, but not
Ah,
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm passed out.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Unless someone
Probably how
heals you.
people prefer me.
You still hear like a silent haha in your.
Every time it looks like he's about to come back around, just give him a kidney punch.
Just yeah, exactly.
All right,
The rest of the campaign.
4 hours.
All right, so you do notice that, like, for example, Grey Janister's gear hasn't burnt away. Like, that still seems to be very, very active. In fact, he
Look at it.
had an armband and a short sword and a rapier.
Yeah, let's have a look at it.
Alright, so first of all, the short sword and the rapier are remarkable. Like, they're very, very good make.
Would you say that they're almost
Magical?
masterwork?
I would say they are more than masterwork. Perhaps the finest weapons you've ever seen.
Can I splutter suggestively in my somber sleep?
I will have a good look at the rapier, because that's actually a much better weapon for me than a battle axe.
Yep.
Perhaps you've heard of me.
Perhaps you've heard of me.
It doesn't even have a quill on it. Why would you want it?
I could attach a quill with spello tape.
Speller tape! Oh my god, for fuck's sake. You just keep coming up with these these amazing lines. Alright, so I'm assuming you're going to take a short rest and stuff. You'll be able to identify the items anyway, so I can tell you what they are. Alright, so first...
Is anyone going to eat that?
The spicy crunch? No, the spicy crunch is all yours.
You burnt him to ash.
Is he fully ash or is
No,
there meat?
like there is meat underneath that. You've burned part of his midriff, part of his like his legs still kind of poke out, but the most prominent part is the cooked arm. Kind of cooked.
Perfect
Yeah.
barbecue.
I'm going to eat some of it.
Cool.
Brilliant.
Oh,
And he's doppelganger, right? That's not cannibalism, is it?
Well, in theory, it wouldn't be cannibalism if he was a human either, because Zerxel is a lizard.
Well, I meant if I was going to eat him.
Okay. No, just dead weird.
Yeah, I realize that, but more weird as in eating cockroach is weird than eating a human weird, feels like.
I mean, it's a doppelganger. He's a monstrosity, so it's not cannibalism, but it
Yeah.
is weird to eat him.
Yeah, I was just going to have like a little taste, just out of curiosity.
Kind of salty, to be honest. I mean, you feel like eating too much of this would definitely give you constipation.
Yeah, I didn't want to eat it for food, just for the flavor.
Alright, cool. Okay, so after the short rest, the short sword is a short sword +2. And
Nice.
and the rapier
Yep.
The rapier is a rapier +1.
Okay.
And the armband is an armband. Well, it's armband of Constitution Resilience. So it's an attunement, and you get to add a D4 to all your Constitution saving throws.
Nice.
Like having a permanent resistance spell on it.
I'm already wearing bracelets.
I think everyone's got like bracelets. An armband's different to a bracelet, though. How much can we accessorize?
Well, it's only an armband. It's like what it looks like is. It's like kind of, you know what those Egyptians bronze clasps around their bicep.
Yeah,
It's one of those. Yeah, and it does have like symbols of Osiris, Anubis, and Nefertiti all like embedded around it.
Who do we give this to then? The new guy?
I mean,
Or Chester?
But he does have concentration.
Yeah, I was going to say Chester does have concentration spells, so it could be great for Chester.
And if we're not giving him the rapier, which does seem like kind of a dick move, since that's his weapon of choice, we should give him the armband.
Yeah.
Well, and the short sword as well.
Yeah, but a +2, I guess it has like a higher chance.
It's
to hit.
really the same. Like +2 short sword and +1 rapier are almost no different.
All of my hexes and stuff are concentration. I could make use of it.
I don't get a say because I'm still knocked out on the floor.
We did have a short rest. So
Yeah,
you're probably back.
Otherwise, I'd like to see you contend with fucking 86 persuasion roll. I'll take the lot.
This is why we're having this discussion now before you come to.
I don't think the roll's going to matter much anyway.
No, that's very true. Very true.
What are we doing then?
Well, Grandeth doesn't care about the items. She's just going to gather up the group, her crew, and have a drinking party because we solved the mystery.
Alright, yeah, nice.
We let Grildar decide.
Okay. Build up.
Well, we need some weapons for the crew. What would be your preference? I look at a slightly pasty Chester.
Oh, am I awake now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Yes.
You'll take what, Chester? What is your preference?
the rapier, good sir.
Not the band of concentration.
And that too. Yes, of course.
Pick one.
Oh, yeah, the band would be excellent. I'll take that indeed. Yes.
Very well. And I'll hand the rapier. What kind of weapon does Wave Cleaver use normally?
A scimitar. He prefers a scimitar and a dagger. He goes in, and you see he's got the whole pirate fencing swashbuckling thing going on.
Yeah, don't ruin Wave Cleaver's whole, shtick by giving him a short sword.
I mean, a +2 short sword instead of a regular scimitar, I think he's going to appreciate it.
But you would ruin his flair. Can't just go ruining our pirates. What are you doing? Are you going to buy him a new hat as well?
I'm going to buy him a top hat, like a felt one.
He would look amazing, and you know it.
He would look like a stripper. It just had a top hat on.
Yeah, like a lot of the crew are just bog standard stat blocks, just so you know. But if you did give Wave Cleaver, he is literally just the.
Wave Cleaver is special, even if he isn't in his stats.
Yeah, but if you give it to him, he will go from +6 to hit to +8 to hit, from 1d6 +3 to 1d6 +5. It's just up to you.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think anyone else is going to use it much except for me.
Alright.
Very, very rarely, so...
I'll hand it to him. I'll put it in his stat block if that's cool.
Yep.
He's like, yo, thank you guys. You're the best.
I mean, we need the captain to be someone to look up to for the rest of the crew as well.
Yarr, I'm going to try it out a bit, alright?
Yeah, just don't try and stab anyone. With
Yarr! he rolled a crit. For the second attack, he... Ha-cha!
Training dummy just eviscerated.
Mast cut in two.
Yep. He's like, "Yar, this is a fine weapon."
And then, do we have any suitable candidates for a rapier?
Oh, yar, I'm liking this. He goes, "Excuse me."
If Chester's not having no, Chester's had the bands, hasn't it? Chester, why didn't you have the rapier instead?
Yeah, why didn't we give the rapier to Chester, the bangle to our new dude, and Anna the short sword, so everyone got one thing? Because I feel like everyone can make use of that, right?
No, we already gave the short sword to.
That's okay. That short sword have the wave cleaver. The other way around.
Yeah, short sword.
I don't mind if we want to do it that way. That doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, do you want to take the rapier then? And then
Yeah, I can do.
give the band to Zerxel.
Yep, I'll just get my speller tape out.
So Xerxil, that's the armband of Constitution Resilience.
Mm-hmm.
You've done well, creepy little lizard dude. You deserve this.
And
Thank you.
it's quite wide at first, but then when you snap it down around your arm, it sinks down. Fits around your scrawny arm.
I wonder if that'd fit around my.
Shut up, Curtis! I knew what you were about to fucking say right there.
I mean, I don't know if it could shrink back down that far.
God damn it! I knew he was going to say something crude. I just knew it was going to happen. All right, so you have defeated Grey Janister. The crew goes back to normal. The party goes on throughout the day, and you guys begin sailing closer and closer towards the Wetway waters. And it becomes...
Wait. Curtis, please repeat the name of those waters.
Of the Do You Know the Way waters.
I would like you to say the name of the waters.
Do you know the Wet Way? What's up, mate?
Okay, he got it now.
Yeah, he got it this time.
Wet
All right,
Way.
so you all get a long rest that night. Nothing goes by. No one is murdered. Xerxil doesn't see any more angular mermaids, and as you begin to approach the Wetway waters, George goes, "Yar, I mean, I know of a port in Wetway if you want to land there. Port Akatil. Does that sound good to you?"
Anything that's specifically pirate-related will leave to your better judgment, George.
Yar, Port Arcatil. And later that day, you begin to see the northwestern island, known as Arcatil. And you see it's got a very, very large mountainous region in the centre, but surrounded by hills and woodlands. And in front is the classic telltale signs of chimney smoke rising out and undulating from many, many houses. And he begins to direct the ship that way. But because of the way that the wind is going, you're making slow movement. You're having to zigzag your way so you can catch movement as you go. So it takes a better part of the day, and you approach Port Akatil, and maybe about 600, 700 feet out, he anchors, and in the distance you see Port Arcatil.
Where's Port Akatil on the... Oh, no, he's zoomed in. No, never mind. I'll point it out on the big map later.
Okay, so Port Arcatil, Grildar would know, used to be a old temple dedicated to some water gods. Usually kind of in Mokhul Empire, people who worship that sort of way, fishermen and all kinds, would take pilgrimages to this place. But ever since, it's been ruled by the infamous and notorious Shah Cicero Arcatil. He's self-titled himself Shah, which in Mokhul translates to prince, princeling, warlord, that type of title. Mm-hmm. Not much is really known other than that he's a retired ex-pirate and controls this port rather fairly. You know, he's laid down laws. Trade happens here. And that this might be... It's also a station for clerics who worship the god Neptune. That's mostly what you know about it. And in the distance you see it's got many different architectures. Like a kind of like a conglomeration of different architectures all smushed into one. And you see that there are kind of like Mokhul architecture, Phoeboan. There seems to be some Eastern influences from the Atlanteans. And there are a few ships docked. There's a huge marketplace with a trade house that seems to be 3 or 4 stories tall. And you see the docks are really busy with 5 or 6 really tall cranes jutting out in the horizon for loading. And George goes, "Yo, this is one of the decks, one of the docks that actually allows the ship to dock. We do have to go to get a dockmaster and lead ropes, and they drag the shipping."
Oh, okay.
Because normally a ship your size can't just sail on in and beach
Yeah.
itself. So you have to drag it in. And he says, "It depends how long we want to stay in Port Arcatil. We'll find information about Chester's sunken city here for sure."
Excellent.
How are we getting to the sunken city? Have we had any thoughts about that?
Let's ask here.
So yeah, I guess it's the right place.
If they worship Neptune here, I assume that if we're going to find information anywhere, it will be here.
Frank, it sounds like you're going to be well received here, mate.
Frank goes, this is my first stop on the way to Mokhul. Yes.
Oh, you are then. Do you know anything about deep sea exploration for us non?
He turns to you and you feel like there's a smile, and he goes, "When I was born, I wasn't like this. I was born a human, and the curse took me. And I felt the call to the sea. And yes, I did indeed find Atlantia at the bottom of the ocean. But now that it's risen out of the ocean, a lot of my people lost their curse, but I'm part of the group that have it. So you could say I'm quite an expert on deep sea exploration."
I'd also say you're really fucking unlucky, but yeah, deep sea exploration. How do we do it? What's the best way?
Well, by if I know, I heard that Chester said that part of it was protruding out of the top of the water. We just need to find that.
But what about when we want to get under the water? Like
spells. I'll prepare some, but you should visit.
No, you can do that.
I can prepare some water breathing spells, but that's about it. But if I were you, I'd find the Coral Magister here and ask if they can help.
Huh. Alright,
I taught under him for several months.
Oh, you know him then. Oh well, we've got her name. We'll go talk to him then.
He didn't like me.
Okay, so
He'll love Chester though. You just introduce him.
Okay.
Is that what we're doing now? Okay.
Oh. We wouldn't, but it keeps working.
Frank, is there like an Empire presence here, or is this just...
He shakes his head. No, not really.
Okay, that's good.
They have an old, annoying, irritated dwarf who used to be part of the Empire but escaped here. I saw him once. A
That
wiry
sounds
old fellow.
familiar.
That sounds very familiar, yes.
I can't remember his name. I'm sorry. However, Grildar can make a history check.
Oh, I just made it sound like me.
Funny enough, make a history check. Alright, so you've got a vague memory of your father once telling you that his brother was a pirate? That's the sort, yeah, and his name was Gaul Coalshield. And Gaul being his pirate name. Yeah.
Alright.
That's what. Yeah, 20 with a 24. So you guys wait for a moment, and then it takes about maybe 2 hours, and then George comes back with these massive, thick ropes that he's brought along on the rowboat. And he goes, "Yeah, we just attach these about." Goes about his business, and by the time the night has descended, the ship is being slowly dragged towards Port Arcadil, and as it's being dragged, that's where we're going to end today's session.
Alright.
Alright, thank you for everyone that came and joined and watched. We'll be back next time, 7 PM UK time.